Hello, welcome to Night's Arcade. I'm Sleepless Night. We're in Grounded once again, and I'm just going to turn on my chatbot because I always forget to do that, and then nothing works. And I've tweaked it a bit today, so I'm going to see once again if it actually works and it actually is allowed to send messages in the thing, which it probably isn't. You know, the way it is. Well, that shouldn't make any... Okay, yeah. Whatever. No, I don't... No, don't update. No, don't do that. Just... There we go. Really? I don't want to... Why not? God, Streamlabs is stupid. I keep meaning to do the big switch over to OBS Studio, but I'm not. See, that works. Mini P! Welcome, HJ, my friend. Welcome, buddy. How are you? And Mordred, how you doing? Yeah, everybody have a norm. Yeah. So today we're gonna fucking mic boom. I've made this mic boom crazy long now. You probably can't see. Look, it only came down to here before, right? So there's a mic boom there, and I just got some extensions. And it's like, I can't even raise the thing high enough for you to see it without hitting the light. That's how many there are on it. Because the thing is, I built this desk, like I tailor-made it. But the problem is that I'm pretty good with my hands. I can build most things, right? But I'm not an engineer, right? So designing the thing on paper first, I'm not good at. Because then I have to work out the mathematics and and I'm not great at that. I can take measurements and I can add and subtract and multiply, but I can't, work out the angles and things. Like I've got my speakers, I built plinths for my speakers that angle them like that, right? But the problem, so there's a shelf at the back, right? And then there's the edge of the desk, and I want them to go all the way to the edge of the desk, right? But be angled at a certain angle, and then I'm trying to. So that's the sort of math I can't do. I can't, if it's angled at that, what length does it need to be for me? Right, so I don't do that. So the problem is that I build these things roughly the way I want them to be, but, and I put the shelf here at a height because on the old desk that I made bits of this from, I found that the shelf height was not quite enough because I wanted the monitors to be raised up a little bit, and the little camera here was never on top of the monitor because there wasn't room before. It was at the back, and also so I thought, well, I've adjusted enough, but I didn't think about thank God it's not my job or anything to use a microphone. I didn't think where the mic was going to be, and with everything else, I've left myself a fairly narrow space for the mic boom, right? And it's a decent mic boom. It's a PSA 1. I've got the same one as I've got in the booth. But, it articulates only so much. And because the shelves are fairly narrow, I put that at the back, and it would bring this right in front of the screen. So then I tried moving it over here, but the problem was that then it was in the way of the chat window, so I couldn't see when chat popped up and stuff like that. It is weird, so I've got these extensions for it, and there's loads and loads and loads, but it still isn't ideal. It was much better at the old place. I can't really articulate it probably because of where I've put the speakers, but whatever. How are we all? Are we good? Let me see if I can do this. I doubt whether this is going to work. Let's see. So first of all, okay, so that YouTube integration, Streamlabs has updated again today. Stream Deck has updated again today. YouTube integration on the chat still doesn't work, and I don't know why. So I had a thought today. I assumed that maybe it was because I didn't have because I didn't have moderator permission for my chatbot. I hadn't given it moderator permission, which I assumed I'd done right from the beginning, and I have now. So if you put in exclamation point Discord, Rusty should put that in the chat now. But, you know, who knows? Look at HJ's putting it in already, bless. I also, like, I can't work out what's going on my stream deck then, because I pressed the Discord, and did that just switch on again? Or am I literally 7 minutes behind? There can't be a 7-minute lag. Hey, there we go! There we go! So now, if you put ! Discord in the chat, Rusty will actually do it! See? Look at that! I think, anyway, I mean, HJ's the moderator, so maybe it only worked when HJ put it in. I don't know, but Rusty is alive, yes. So today, I realised, for whatever reason, YouTube must have removed moderator permission for Rusty, which is why Rusty wasn't working. Now all I've got to do is figure out how to make the Stream Deck send messages like that through YouTube, but, you know, Rusty's there. Anyway, I'm wandering around in here. Look, time is 7:33 in the morning. Good grief. What am I doing? I haven't got anything done yet. Usually, I mean, in my real life, I've got everything done by that point, because that's the time I normally go to bed. That's not true. These days, I don't go to bed quite that late, but it's usually about 4 o'clock by the time I creep upstairs, and usually about 5 by the time I actually get to sleep. For those of you who play Grounded, if there is anybody who plays Grounded, here's an interesting thing that you might not know about weapons infused with spicy elements, right? But, I say, but then I can't find a creature. So, you know, you wander around, you think, okay, now I've got to build a thing to cook. I've picked up this aphid, and I've got to build a thing now. I cannot find any goddamn aphids. Oh, there's one, but that one's already dead, so that's no good to me. That will not prove my point at all. Yep, no, I'm just wasting my time there. Let's go up to the top. Love me some spicy elements. Well, like, so if you've infused, so you have to do this. It's quite difficult because you've got to get all the elements. You've got to have an oven. You've got to find, like, spicy shards, which, you know, unless you've been all over the map and back and are ready to face off with the big bad bosses, in themselves, those elements are not super easy to find. Same with mint and salt in particular is salt is actually difficult to find at first, but once you find it, it respawns there all the time and you can find it. Like, salt's actually of the various things you can infuse your weapons with, salt is the most abundant. It's just hard to find to begin with. Right, so here's an aphid. Watch this. Oh. Right, so I just picked up an aphid, right? And there it is in my... It was already dead, and there it is. Look, raw aphid meat. But this one I killed with the spicy sword. And look. Look at that. So this one is already cooked. And I don't need to build a fire. I can just eat it.
Not bad.
Because the spicy, anything infused with spicy, automatically cooks whatever you kill with it. I mean, you know, if that thing is edible... if it's this, I wonder if the same thing would work underwater, because the thing is, there are only certain weapons that the sword, you can't use the sword you can't use swords underwater. It has to be a dagger or a spear. But I wonder now if I could sort of hunt with a spear infused with spicy and it would cook tadpoles and things as I killed them. Does it cook the enemy? It does not, but it does cook. Only the things that you can actually eat in the game. So like weevils and aphids and this is what I was saying. Maybe and grubs. I guess it does it with grubs. We could find that out. Let's go find that out. I know it does it with weevils and aphids. I can't see any reason it wouldn't do it with grubs. And what I'm saying is maybe it does it with like tadpoles and... What else can you eat that lives under the water? Water fleas. So tadpoles and water fleas, right? Maybe it does it with them as well, but the problem is you can't use swords, and I don't have I don't have like a spicy infused spear. I think I've got a sour one, and I'm trying now, with the exception of this sword, because this is most of the spiders in the game are weak to spicy and slashing. So if the sword, I've infused it with spicy, and it does slashing damage and spicy damage. So this will actually chew through orb weavers now, and wolf spiders actually. Unfortunately, the Black Widow is weak to nothing. The Black Widow has no vulnerabilities at all and is incredibly fast. So basically one of the only ways that I can kill Black Widows, and I've killed, I think, about 5 now, but the only way I can kill them is to sort of to cheese them, you know. Like there's one up at the back of that castle thing in the distance there. Look, see there, Castle Moldork. In the distance. There's one behind the castle and underneath in the rocks. That one's quite easy to cheese because you can get on top of a rock and the Black Widow doesn't de-aggro because you're close enough that she stays aggroed, but she can't quite reach you. It looks like she's gonna, and no matter how many times I've done it, it terrifies me. It looks like she's gonna jump on top of the rock, but she never actually can. But all the others, you can't really. I found one other that I managed to get into a position where I could fire, because I say she has no vulnerabilities, but she is vulnerable to bleeding damage the same as any other creature is, and she is vulnerable to the gas arrows. But the normal gas arrows are a bit useless, so you can get the super gas arrows, but to get those you've got to kill the shield bugs, the green shield bugs, which are quite tough, but, you know. You say that, but rock is not safe. I say what? What do I say? Rock is safe. Look, watch. Oh, actually, probably would help if I had my shield on, though. Oh, now look. Did you mean that rock is not safe from the orb weavers here? Now what? Oh, piss off, Ant. 2 hits on a worker ant. Not exactly tough. I was playing this with, I think it was when I was playing it with Matt. I keep accidentally going into... I think it was when I was playing it with Matt, and we figured out that the webs that the orb weaver shoots at you when they see you do not count. When you chop through them, you don't get any web fiber, but the ones that they spin ordinarily, they count. What do we come? I came down here to dig up a grub, didn't I? That's right. I wanted to see if this works on grub. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't, but they absolutely can. She can't get on the rock, but they absolutely... No, she cannot get on the one rock that is over there. Not the rock. The rock that is over where the thing about Black Widows, the only good thing about Black Widows is that they never leave their lair, right? They only come out of their lair if you aggro them, and they'll only come so far out, right? And they attack you, and then they go back in, right? So they won't chase you all over the map. They don't wander the map like wolf spiders do. And a good job, too, because they are deadly. The problem with Black Widows in this game is that, like wolf spiders, the orb weavers are scary. When you first play the game, they're really terrifying, you know, and I've been terrified of them for ages, and they still bother me if I can't like the whispering noise and the way they just go, "Rah!" And they look terrifying. But I can kill them without really even thinking about it now, especially with this getup. But then wolf spiders still terrify me, but I can kill them fairly easily now, relatively easily. They do still terrify me, but I have to stop them from... I have to use my shield to stop myself from getting injected with their venom. So the Orb Weaver Juniors inject you with venom, but you can kill those quite quickly because they're not even as tough as the Orb Weavers. But So they class that as, I can't remember whether they class it as poison damage or venom damage when you get it in the thing. But the Black Widow does both. So she does the poison / venom damage, but then the Black Widow also has super venom damage, and there's nothing you can do about that. There is no mutation that can protect you against it. There's no armor that can protect you against it. There's no nothing. And she has the same moves as the wolf spider, but she moves twice as fast. So she'll the Black Widow's moves come really, really fast. And when she hits you, your health just starts going boof, 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 because you've got super venom injected. So what happened there? Is Rusty just doing that intermittently now? Because maybe I did. Maybe I set Rusty to just intermittently set that message about every 15 minutes or something. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I set her to do that message, set Rusty to do that message about every 15 minutes. And it's just now that I've given Rusty back the power, they could just do that. Oh, that's right. There's a grub. Where's the grub? I can hear the grub. Ah, there's a grub. Right. So let's see. Hello, little grub. There we go. Now we just swap back to that, and we kill the grub. And we've got grub hide and grub sludge. I didn't get any grub meat from that one. So you don't get meat from every grub. That's, probably also a bit of a...
Ant crossing!
Is this really an experiment worth doing? I don't know if it is. Let's have another go. There's another grub. Okay. What's it? No. There was another grub. I heard another grub. There's another grub. Whee. Oop. Okay. No. Maybe when you kill them with this sword, it just sizzles their meat completely and you can't.
That aphid as a pet.
Anyway, it works on aphids. Watch. Oh. No, that aphid's gone up there. Right, there you go. Look. See? Aphid roast. Works on aphids.
Don't even
I'll drink that while I'm there.
Better than
Let's just
starving.
top up the old hunger meter. You did. My intermittently just has a different definition. Intermittently. Why? I don't know. I can't remember. It's that long since I set Rusty up to do that. I don't know how often Rusty actually does that. It might have been... Where did that orb weaver just spawn out the sky, or is he fucking about with my trampoline? Pissing about with a trampoline. You missed. There we go. So that, you see the sparks and the little noise there? Look at that. Look how easy this sword chews through orb weavers now. Do you see the little sparks there and the ding noise? That is a perfect block, right? So when you do that, you take absolutely no damage. Well, you've got a shield, you take very little damage, but you do take some. But if you perfect block, you don't take any damage at all. The problem is that the Widow attacks very fast and almost constantly. So trying to perfect block when you're not great at it, like I'm not great at it, is not all that easy. Did you not win last time you streamed and got bigger? I didn't, because I didn't... The Mant, which is what I faced last time, is an endgame boss. But I'm not really... Oh, for fuck's sake. You need a controller for this game, Sleepless Night. Thank you. My controller's gone off now. Oh. I keep dropping my controls on the floors, no wonder they're all knackered. I don't, because I'm still doing odd little things in this. I've no... How you doing, Gegs? Anyway, sorry, you have a norm. I've no real interest. I don't... That boss fight was to kind of get me past a point so that I could get, like, the wizard stuff And no, that was the termite. What was that? What was this for? Oh, it was for the fridge. It was for the fridge. This is what it was for. I'll show you. I got my fridge. I did. I got all that time to get that fridge, and I've rarely used it. Come into my humble abode. There's not a lot that's very humble about this place. Right, so there you go. Look, I got my fresh storage, look. And it has got stuff in it. I just forget that it's got stuff in it. Okay. In fact, let's put that aphid. Let's put that aphid in there. While we're here. Mike! How you doing, buddy? Whoa! Mike Bronner, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, my friend? Sorry, I'm just getting rid of this stuff and I'm trying to think of what I'm doing. I said to the guys the other day, they'll be pleased to hear, or not, I don't know, that my love affair with Grounded is pretty much over now. It's coming to an end, really. You know, I really, really was in love with the building mechanic and the whole bit, and I was enjoying leveling stuff up and what have you, but the problem is that the only things I've got left to get now are... What am I doing up here? What did I come up here for? That's the wrong fucking thing. The only things I've got left to get now... Nope, I can go in there. Got the PSVR 2. What an experience. Being hooked on GT7. Nice. So yeah, my sort of love affair with Grounded is winding down now. It's coming to an end because I've built pretty much everything that I want to, and the problem is it's one of those games where a lot of the stuff that you're really working towards doesn't happen. You don't unlock until you get the very last boss. And then that's it. It's game over. You just go home. It's like, I don't like games like that still have stuff you've got to unlock. That, you know, they tease and you can get this and you get that right up to the very last boss and then you unlock it. It's like, well, I've finished. So yeah, I don't really want to grow big in this game because that's, you know, the game's all about being this size. So I will, you know, I'll do it, but all I've got to do that now is the 2 last bosses. And I hate boss fights. I just don't like them. I did the Mant one last week because I thought it'd be something interesting to do on the stream. To defeat the man and get the refrigeration thing. But this week, we're just going to build some crazy stuff. What time is it? But it's 2:05 in the afternoon now, so we're not going to do it now. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to have a little bit of a scout. So, I did make a bit of a crazy one, HJ. So, HJ, I remember the last time I played with HJ, he complained that this zip line here, right, the one that you can see there, that goes from there, it goes down to the oak tree, right? I remember it, and it goes down, I don't know if you can actually see it, depends what size screen you're looking, but you can see a little thing there. It goes down there, and I remember last time I played with HJ, him complaining that it took absolutely forever. Well, then, after that, I built this one, which goes all the way to a little, like a base that I've got at the pond, right? And this one, like, it feels like it should have an in-flight movie, right? So we're not going to go all the way down there. Let's turn around and go back. Which you can do now, which I can do now. Once you've completed the black, I think the black anthill lab. I think when you've done the black anthill lab, you unlock the zip lines that go both ways. But then, but I've built this one now. A lot of use this one was to build, because I've only used it once. Because, like, I don't really very often need to go there. So this one, HJ, are you ready? Aged 30 years using it. Well, how long are you going to age using this one? I can probably chat to you guys for a few minutes while we go all the way across the yard, because this one goes all the way to the bird bath from this rock. So here we go. This one goes all the way to the bird bath. So, you know, if you think you aged 30 years whilst using that oak one, I've got 2 zip lines now that are longer than that. One is about 1/3 as long again. This one is 3 times the length of the one that goes to the oak lamp. You cross over most of the yard on this. Today, we're going to build one that goes all the way from the brick wall by the barrow, which is over there. Don't know if you can actually see in the distance. Just right behind, you can see a little patch of red right in front of the aphid's face on top of my zip line there. So it's going to go all the way from there, all the way over to by the picnic table, right on the other side of the yard. And that's the long way across the yard as well, because the yard sort of has a bit of a rectangular thing going on. But yeah, this zip line is quite long, but it doesn't quite go corner to corner. Not quite. Have the adults grotted themselves on it yet? Well, it's only made of spider silk. So, if there were any adults in this yard, which there aren't, because the adult who owns this yard is Wendell Tully, and Wendell is now in the game, of course. He's in my game. He's over there. Can you see his little... Oh, you can't. Can you see his little icon up there? That's Wendell. I actually built him his own house because his constant chattering... He kept saying the same 3 things over and over again. It was getting right up my nose. So I built him his own house up near where you're supposed to end the game with Wendell. Look at this. All the way over to the bird bath, where I will immediately be assaulted by mosquitoes. Assuming I stay there, but there's no real reason for me to. Can't see any, like, bird feathers or anything. There we go. Let's go back. Oh, I've never been attacked while on the zip line. Oh, that was bad. That's the first time I've ever been attacked on the zip line. Normally, oh shit. Sorry, got a bit of an issue here now. Was that mosquito fucked off? Oh, Jesus, that's the crow. Oh man, there's crow feathers over here now. Look. Yep, there's one there, right up there near the... There's a crow feather. Jesus, it's really loud. I've been inside the pagoda on the pond once when the crow landed on top of it, and I kind of like thought there'd been an explosion. Right, you see the ant? These things are little bastards. Now that I have freed Dr. Tully, Orc, which is the organisation that shrunk me, are getting nervous now and pity. So, like, all these Orc things have been released. Look. Look. Come on. Ow. Dropped the shield at the wrong moment now. Piss off, bastard. I mean, it was a stupid thing to try and tackle that with this sword because it's just too slow. If you take out the mint mallet, it will actually mess those up in no time at all. Right, so we fell down there, but the thing is, I have routes to just about everything around this garden now. So from here, we can go up here. I don't want to go up to the bird bath because I can't be bothered with the mosquitoes messing me up. Well, there's the... Is that crow feather fallen down now, or is it still on that branch? Oh no, it's right there on the end of that branch. That's irritating. Never mind. Weevil. It's a weevil in the grass. So I am going to stream, I think I'm going to stream on Thursday. I'm going to be streaming Dredge. Though, I must confess, the more I've learned about Dredge just in the last few days, I'm a bit less enthusiastic about it than I have been for the last few months waiting for it, because it has more of a dismal, depressing sort of horror aspect to it, which, you know, just really depresses me. So I don't care for it much. What did I come up here for? Oh, I came up here for the... Right, okay. So, I don't think this Black Widow will have respawned, because I killed it recently, but if it has, maybe I can... Maybe we'll see what state it's in. Let's go and see. Oh, yeah, I might have to... Oh, that's the Widowlings. So that's Black Widow's little babies coming after me now. So that doesn't mean that the Widow's respawned at all. That doesn't mean anything of the kind. Doesn't mean that she'll be. The Widowlings are always there. They respawn quite quickly. But oh no, she's alive. Look, there she is. So the Black Widow. Let's see if we can. I don't know if I've got enough arrows to do this. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I might have. Right. So you have to start with. So the splinter arrows. As the arrows go up, basically, they do less. So the little Might Fuzz arrows do the least damage. The Crow Feather arrows do a little bit more damage, but are more or less identical. Then the Splinter arrows do the most damage of the basic arrows, but they don't travel as far, so they've got too much drop off to be able to hit the Widow in the cave. So the first thing we have to do is entice her to come out like that. Here she comes. Now, you'll see. Oh my god! That's my fault for saying she can't get up there. That's the first time she's ever reached me on that rock. She got onto the rock. I didn't get in the right place fast enough. I didn't. Run! Look, she's bit me once, but that is going to be enough to kill me. You see what I mean about the Widow? She can easily catch me up, but she doesn't chase you that far. Right? But she's only bit me once, and that'll be just about enough to kill me off. I think I might just survive. There. So, the amount of venom... The amount of venom she injected in me there was almost enough to kill me in one go, right? So, I think the problem there was... The way to cheese the Black Widow is to shoot her from that rock, but then you've got to get to the right point on the rock as quickly as you can. This is more an excitement. See, rock is not safe. I know! I knew you'd say that, because it's HJ's fault. I've killed that Black Widow about 4 or 5 times on that rock. And you can stand right there and she can't quite reach you. But the problem is, if she reaches that... You see that little dip in the rock? If she reaches that before you get past it, she jumps up there... obviously, and can get to it. I was warned about this when I saw it online. I saw somebody doing it, and they went, this is how to kill a Black Widow. And everybody else is like, well, learn to perfect block. And I'm like, I have tried. I've been playing this for almost 300 hours. I've tried. I'm okay against slow-moving enemies that only lunge at you now and again, and that really telegraph their moves, but the Widow is fast. I can't. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, is exactly right. That is a very dangerous adversary. Very, very dangerous. Like, she's worse than the Mant. Deadly thing. But if you get past that little dip before she gets out of her cave, she can't get up on the rock. It looks as though she's gonna, but she can't. Shall we bother? Shall we try that again? Look at this. The things I do for you guys.
Salt.
That's not enough health, buddy. You're gonna die. Right. Now, I'm going to be terrified the whole damn time. Because the thing is, if I drop my backpack here, I've got to come back for the fecking thing. Yeah, she's gone back into her cave, look. So if we... Right, now she should try to get me while I'm here. And can't. Even though it looks like she's going to be able to. Right? But if she gets up on that dip, she'll be able to, as we just saw. But if I stay in the same place where she can't quite reach me, this should work. And I did learn the other day by myself that because I couldn't find online anybody that was saying it, but I did learn on my own that she is vulnerable to the super gas arrows. Jesus. See how terrifying it is, because you think, oh, she can make it. But she never quite does, unless she's over on that dip. But now I'm more terrified than ever before, because, like... Right, let's get these splinter arrows. They do a little bit more damage. Okay. No! No, you stay down there, widowlings. I've never seen her do this before. She's acting really weirdly. Never seen her do this. Have you seen the health bar on this damn thing? And like I said, she is vulnerable to the gas arrows, but the problem is that so are you. And I'm talking not about the usual gas that you get from the stink bugs in the yard, right? No, don't de-aggro, for fuck's sake. You see, everything I just told you has changed, of course. I've been doing this all week, trying to kill this damn thing. Because the problem is, there is one resource in the yard. It's really irritating, actually. There's one resource in the yard. That's the widowlings now trying to kill me. So there's one resource in the yard that requires a tier 3 dagger. And there is only one tier 3 dagger in the game. And the only way to make it is from Black Widow parts. But the parts themselves, fine. They're just like spider chunks, right? Black Widow bits. Whatever. Black Widow fangs, but super venom is the other thing that it has as one of its components. But you need 4 super venom, right? Now, the first time I killed the Black Widow, she dropped 2. So I was like, oh man, I've got to do it again. But the next 3 times I killed her, she didn't drop any at all. So I had to keep coming back. So yeah, I think I've killed about 5. This one, well, now about 6 or 7, I don't know. I've killed her probably. I've killed this particular Black Widow, I would guess 5 times, 6 times. And I've killed another one somewhere else in the yard once. But that was lucky. She got stuck behind something, so I just tucked myself out of the way, put my gas mask on, and I fired these super gas arrows at her, which slowly took down her health. But those arrows themselves are difficult to get because you've got to defeat green shield bugs. Oh, shit. Came down here without preparing for the widowlings. Shit. God damn it. Ow. Where'd that one go? Ah! I keep thinking I'm being attacked. You know when you get... Is that a tick? Is there a fucking tick trying to get me at the same time? Oh, see, I'm still being poisoned. See, the widowlings themselves are about as deadly as the Orb Weaver Jr. Just the babies. But the big mama, she's deadly. As you saw. Oh, there we go. Web fiber, great. Yippee. Oh. So, what? See there? There's one other resource you can get in this cave. These are like these little toenail bits only appear in certain areas. Well, I don't know if that's a tick or a widowling. Oh, who cares? Let's go. Let's just go, shall we? Because when the sun comes up in the morning, we're going to scout our next zipline location. But I need to go to 2 different places across the yard in order to do that. Because if I'm going to build this crazy long zipline from the top of the wheelbarrow, I need to go and scout where it's... Firstly, I need to scout the wheelbarrow to see if I can see with the peeper thing where it's safe for me to build a landing spot. And then I've got to go and scout the landing spot to see if you can actually see the wheelbarrow, you know, from both ends if I look and just check. So, there are some things in this game, one of which is the door. I'll show you in a minute, right? But there is one resource in this game that can only be harvested with a tier 3 dagger, and the only tier 3 dagger is made out of Widow, Super Venom, and Fangs, right? Then, to get that resource, you've got to go into this pond. Not that pond at the bottom, not the main pond with the koi fish in it, the little one at the top, where this stupid castle is, right? And in that pond are spiny water fleas, right? Vicious little bastards. They're a bit harder to kill than the other water. They're about 3 times tougher than the little water fleas in the pond there. But there's like hundreds of the damn things, and they do quite a bit of damage. Black Widow venom is rough, but be glad there's no daddy long-leg spiders in the game. Oh, Jesus. I hate to think what they're going to add with future updates. So yeah, you've got to go into that pond. It's full of spiny water fleas, and it's absolutely swarming with mosquitoes. Tiger mosquitoes as well, which are the higher level mosquitoes in this game. So you've got to go in there, you've got to get a Black Widow dagger, then go in there to harvest pond moss so that you can build... So that you can build this door on the app. All of this stuff, it lulls you into a false sense of security, this stuff, right? So this is the toughest material you can build a base out of in the game, right? So it's ash cement. Right? This stuff. So in order to build with ash cement, you've got to go over to where the barbecue has tipped over. Right? I'm going to sleep here in this place because we're going, in the morning, we're going up there. So you've got to go to where the barbecue's tipped over. You've got to cover yourself in heat-proof stuff and fend off lava, avoiding the wolf spiders while you do it. Then, before you cook to death, you've got to run into the hot coals and break up some of the hot coals to pick up the pieces. Then you've got to put them into the slurry churner thing. Then it comes out as ash. Then you put them in the oven to turn the ash into bricks. And each one of these sections, which sounds like a lot, but unlike the grass and the stem walls and stuff like that, these only take it's one charcoal ash or ash cement, one ash cement for every single wall section, and each one that you cook in the slurry cooks, I don't know, however many. But so the building goes up quite quickly once you've got all the stuff, but getting it is not easy. Then, to make the door... To make these doors, though, requires pond moss. And to get pond moss, you've got to kill enough Black Widows to make the tier 3 dagger. Then you've got to go into that horrible, horrible pond guarded with all those high-level enemies. and harvest pond moss just so you can put a door on this fucking ash cement crap. Irritating. But I've got it now, look. There's my Widow dagger. There we go. Let's put that away. Is there any way to build some sort of tank? I wish. Oh, could you hear that? That's Trudy. I don't want to go into the pond and have a look for Trudy, because Trudy seems to move quite slowly, but then you get in the pond and you're a cub, and next thing you know, you're dead. So yeah, one of the irritating things about this is most of the sort of best stuff. So the other thing, there is something else you need pond moss for, and I think it's one of the wizard staffs. So there I got one super spider venom, right? Level 3 venom. So I have 2 of the wizard staffs, actually. I've got the mint one and this one. The mint one, I'll try to show you the wizard staffs. a bit later. I'll try to show you those when we next go back to the thing. Oh, we need... let's go get some... Let's go and get some water. God, can you hear all those tadpoles? Let's go over here. Let's go over here to my water collector under the poncho. That, if you remember when I was playing this online with the guys, HJ said to me, "Did you move? Why is this under here?" And I said, "Well, because I put it there to collect." And it has. Look, it's full up with the poncho, so it does slowly collect it. Right? And he said, "Why have you put this here?" And then he insisted that I must have moved it from the old abandoned base where HG and I found one, right? And I doubted myself. I was like, why? When he said that, he said he'd been there and it was gone. Their wizard staff. So I made my doubt myself, right? And he said, no, he'd been there and it's just not there anymore. And I thought, oh, I must have. And I sat here thinking, why would I move one of these, carrying it all the way from, like, way across one of the other corners of the yard, near one of the other corners of the yard, right? All the way, when its main constituent is acorn shells. Why would I risk carrying it all the way through some of the deadliest creatures in the yard to the fucking oak tree, which is surrounded by acorn shells? But I thought, no, I must have. I must have. If HJ says it's gone, I believe him. And then I was playing it the other day, and I took a screenshot, and I sent it to the guys. I said, HJ, if that thing's gone, what am I looking at? What is that? It hadn't gone at all. HJ just didn't look hard enough. But we've all been there. Right, so I got my drink. Did I get any food? I've got to kill that aphid. There are quite a few aphids around here, so it shouldn't be difficult. Now that I've said that, they'll all piss off. I don't want to wander too far over there, because all those little orc fire ants and orc orb weavers and orc thingies are all...
aphid as a pet.
I don't think so, because I'm going to eat it. There you go. No pets for you today, buddy. I should be more nervous around this area, actually. I'm not nervous enough anymore, because the infected wolf spider patrols around here. So I shouldn't. Right, let's just eat that.
Just pretend it's beef jerky.
Wasn't there some bug spray that caused the haze in the yard? The whole base had gone when I looked. Oh, right. Well, it's still there, trust me. Yes, there was bug spray that caused the haze in the yard. There is the bug spray can. Can you actually see the can? Oh, for fuck's sake, now I've fallen off the can. I fell off the can. Can you see the canister of bug spray? There. There it is. Right in the middle there. But what you can do is you can get chewed gum and you can plug up the hole and it stops the haze, which has upsides and... Wow, sword through the face because I was using the peeper thing. Look. Right, so it stops the haze. Now, there are two upsides to that. One is you can see better, so you can see all the loot and stuff that's in the trenches there. Two is that you don't die from the toxic fumes when you're over there, right? So you haven't got to wear a mask all the time. No, you don't want to do that, Mordred. You do not want to do that. Right, so... The downsides are that when you plug the haze, the infection spreads throughout the yard. Now, it doesn't spread everywhere, but little tiny pockets of infection will spring up in places where there weren't any before. So all the infected animals were confined to that trench, that area in the haze, right? But now you can find them all over the place. And the other major downside to it... Well, another one, actually, a small one, is that the infected gnats are about, right? And the ordinary gnats don't bother you. In fact, you can tame them as pets. But the infected gnats will attack you. Now, gnats aren't that difficult to kill, but the infected gnats will take your weapon off you. Like, I mean, when I say take it off you, I don't mean they'll go give it here and start wailing on you with it. I mean, when you hit gnats with a weapon, it just drops your weapon. They automatically disarm you, which is really irritating. Especially if you don't notice for a minute when you've like been disarmed, and then you go, oh god, and you forget in the heat of battle you're getting attacked by other things, which you usually are when infected gnats are attacking you. So the other major downside, Mordred, about switching off the haze is that there is one creature in this game that does not exist unless you turn off the haze. And I've turned off the haze, and now it exists. And what's really scary is it's not currently in its hole. And that creature is the infected wolf spider. And that thing makes the Black Widow look like an aphid. There is more than one as well, actually, I regret to say. There isn't just that one that's under the oak tree. There is another one, and it is kicking around where we're going. Oh, there is at least one more. I've actually seen two others. But there is one that's kicking around where we're going now. So let's hope. Can you hear Trudy? Oh, fuck! That was closer than I was hoping she'd be. Okay. Hey, Trudy. Sorry. I mean to bother you. So Trudy is the one aggressive creature in the game that you cannot defend against. You can't fight Trudy. If she decides to eat you, you're going to die, and that's that. That's the end of it. I did actually was going to go down to the pond lab just then because I want to see if I can get some fish bone. But since Trudy's kicking around in that area, I won't do that right now. So we are going to go over to the wheelbarrow and scout over in the direction of the picnic table to see what we can see. We are now in the upper yard, folks. This is where all the nastiest shit lives. Even the ladybugs want to attack you up here. And those black ones with the red spots are vicious. Oh shit! Oh, that's an ox beetle. And a roly-poly. Oh, if that sees me, I'm fucked. Oh, that's a green shield bug. Oh no, that's bad. That's really, really bad. I can't go over there. Oh fuck, lava. I'm not too worried about the lava. They won't do too much damage. Well, the black ox beetle, mate. Oh man. Run! Hey, roly-poly. The roly-poly's not aggressive. Ugh. But the fire ants are. And the black ox beetle is. And that green shield bug. So the green shield bug, never noticed until now there's an aphid on your zipline handle. Yeah, well, there wasn't one. I don't know when's the last time you watched me in Grounded, actually, Mordred. But there wasn't one to start with. Once you've finished the... You can only go down on ziplines to start with. Then once you complete the black anthill lab, which is in the sandbox, once you complete that, you can get the little aphid wheel thing from... It's inside Burgle's lab. You go back to Burgle, and in his lab in one of the rooms there's a little aphid thing, and it allows you to go both ways on the zip lines, which is quite handy. Up at the top of there is a pretty... Oh, fuck's sake. Now, Jesus, can you hear all the drums? Everything in this part of the yard wants you to die and is more than capable of making that a reality. So, see? Normally a ladybird comes, you just go, oh, a ladybird, and you ignore it. But those ones are quite vicious little bastards. And when they hit really hard. Is it aggroed on me now? Whoa. I had to build this massive thing of... Can you see how big that is? I had to build all the way up there. To get to the wheelbarrow, I had to build this thing. It took me about 5 in-game days to build this. Because there is a way to parkour all the way up to the wheelbarrow, but it's an absolute nightmare. I tried it several times and fell a lot. Up here is one of the deadliest creatures in the game, but it's not an aggressive creature. So it doesn't actually bother you unless you bother it. Now I have killed one moth in this game, but they're quite like the black ladybirds. They hit really hard, and they have quite a few attacks that no other creature in the game has. And it can be they get quite vicious. So the only way I managed to kill it in the end was with a wizard staff from the wall, because you can hide like under the bricks on the wall. Jesus, I didn't think I was going to make that. Right, so here is where we're going to build our zip line like from. I'm going to make it go... I don't want it to go over to the picnic table, which is what... That's the cutest thing in the game. What, the moth? Yeah, you want to see how cute the moth is? Let's show you how cute this feckin' moth is, shall we? It is quite cute, yeah, I'll grant you that bit. But not when you do this to it. Now, the wizard staff, this one, anyway, is quite... I haven't tried the sour one because I needed pond moss to build that, and then I need sturdy whetstone. Yeah, I need a load of stuff to build the sour staff. I've made the mint staff, and the mint staff does an AoE attack that, like, you know those little ladybird larvae that I keep getting attacked by near the base, right? It chews through those. They don't like that at all, but probably because it's basically... It's one of the elements that they're really weak to, and it kills them in no time at all. But it's an AoE effect, but it's a really small area, so it's useless against most things, the mint one. But this one's quite good. But aiming it takes a little bit of getting used to. Yep, there you go. That moth's pissed now. Ow! And it hits hard. I'm probably going to die. I'll just let you know in this fight. But I'll respawn at that field station. Ow! Oh, shit. Oh, no. Whoa, okay. So you can't see a lot of these attacks that the moth is doing. It's got some vicious attacks. What? No! Don't get all your health back, you bastard. There you go. Ow! Shit. Ow! Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, there it goes again. That's the only thing that saves you from this thing. It keeps going back down where it came from. Ow! See, I died. Look at that. Respawn at the field station. Quick. We can still kill it. And don't tell me it's got all its feckin' health back now. There is... No! Ow, you bastard! Okay, we killed the moth. Jesus. But now we've got to get all its components now. Where's it gone? Oh, it's there. Oh, fuck. No! Oh, okay. Thought I'd gone right past. Moth scales. Right, I was going to say, so there are components that I need from the moth that are really difficult to get. Moths are famously dangerous. Vicious little bastard. Ooh! Didn't see that before. Oh, no. Nope, that's why. That's why I shouldn't have come down here. Stupid boy. Ow. I wasn't looking. Maybe I can kill it with this wand as well. Where'd it go? It uses a lot of stamina, this wand, as well. No! Feck. Shit. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ow. Ow. Oh, I can't get the aim right. Aiming this thing is a bitch. No, stop. What? Whoa. It keeps hitting itself on that. Oh, that's a weird glitch there. Okay, well that killed that bastard, didn't it? Ow! I forgot my dandelion tuft had broken. Great. Marvellous. Oh, fucking lot. You can piss right off. Time for your bullshit. Right. Get the supreme marble. Oh, shit. Really? What have I got that I don't need? Oh, shit. All of those things are quite useful. I carry too much stuff around in these games because I get kind of... Oh, I don't need the fire ant part. I can get rid of that. I've got loads of those. I famously... I get hooked on... I'm one of those people that can't... Like, I want a weapon for every occasion, for every enemy, and I carry around about 15 different weapons. So I've got no inventory space whatsoever. Right, see, I got sidetracked by that feckin' moth. Now I don't know what else I needed to build that thing. I know I needed weed stems. That's no problem. We can get some of those over here. Whee! Right, so we get some weed stems, and hopefully I'll get a new dandelion tuft while I'm at it. Although I can't apply the damn thing because I don't have any inventory space. Shit. Well, I guess I could. If I get out a shield, I can pick that up and then apply the thing. There we go. Then I should have enough space to put the shield away. See, there's ways around it. Oh. There we go. Right, take this up there, apply it to that zipline anchor, and then we'll go across to the picnic table, or just below the picnic table, which is where I want to go, really. I don't want it to be on the picnic table, because the problem with the picnic table... Ding! The problem with the picnic table is that when you come to this side of the picnic table, I wouldn't want to land on this side of the picnic table that faces this wall. Because... Oh, Christ, my heart's in my mouth every time I do that. Oh no, was it the weed stems that I did have? I need clay and silk rope. Okay. I've found a little bit of a thing, by the way, by doing this, right? If you right, so see, if you don't have a weed stem palette, but you want to keep the weed stems in case you need them up here again, you just put up these half walls, because when you take these down, you get back all the resources that you used. So there's the picnic table. Bongo, how you doing, buddy? Have a norm. I just killed a Thargoid with a DBS, and I'm rubbish. What a fight. Awesome. Wow. That is cool. I've in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to get back into Elite Dangerous, I think. I'm coming to the end of my obsession with Grounded now, so I don't want to be... So this thing, I could make it all the way to the picnic table, but the edges of the picnic table that you can see from this location, you don't really want to be on any of them, because there are bees, angry bees, in a swarming around all of those 3 platforms to the picnic table that you can actually see. So I want to not be there. I want to be here, roughly. But the problem is that spade is in the way. So what we want to do is build a bit of a tower to raise the platform up so that we can make it all the way to the sandbox from here. Or, I mean, I don't think we can build it on the sandbox, but we could build it next to it. We'll see. We need clay and silk rope to complete that. Elite Dangerous cancelled on PlayStation. The console, like... See, my problem with the console version of Elite Dangerous, of any of the console versions of Elite Dangerous, is there's no... They won't... Like, there's no mapping for the... so you can plug in I've got a HOTAS system for the Xbox, which is identical to the one I've got for the PC. So they're both the same. Just one's an Xbox One and one's... Yeah. Thank God there's no wasps in this game. There's wasps in Small Land that releases tomorrow. Well, goes into early access tomorrow. I'm not... I keep wondering whether or not to check out Small Land. I don't know. Yeah, the problem with the console versions is that although they allow you to plug in a HOTAS system, you can't map a keyboard. Now, I've played Elite Dangerous since the alpha, and I was one of the early backers. I've been playing it a long, long time, and I even started making videos on it back in 2014. But I've played it the same way since the beginning. So I played the PC version, and I have my HOTAS. So I have my HOTAS set up, and then I have a keyboard which I bought just to play Elite Dangerous. So I have a keyboard in a box somewhere in one of these boxes, and I have little stickers all over it, so that I have all my setup, so I can just hit buttons for different things, because there are so many things to do in Elite Dangerous. But the problem is, at least on the Xbox, you can't map. Or last time I went in there, you can't map keyboard controls. Right, so you've got the HOTAS, and then you've got to fanny about with the controller to do all the other stuff, and it's really crap. I didn't like it. Keyboard is text only. Yeah, console players have to remember an insane amount. Yeah, that's my point. It was button combo. So I do have Elite Dangerous installed on the Xbox, I think, but I don't ever play it on the Xbox, because I did try once. Because I played Elite Dangerous, if you remember, Bongo, I played it here on the channel a few times. And what I was going to show people at one point, I was going to show people support. Yeah, support was cancelled, yeah, wasn't it? Right. So it wasn't cancelled. You can still play it on there, but support for further expansions for consoles isn't. The expansions aren't supported beyond, like, Horizons and upwards. Those expansions aren't supported on consoles, so you can't play those. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is, because you can still play the game on the console, but only it's not exactly the vanilla version, but it's only the first few expansions, I think, the earlier ones. So I don't know. But Bongo will be able to give you a better idea of what you can play on it than I can. But because I was playing that, what I wanted to do was start with the basic Sidewinder and go all the way up to show people how to go from that to having some decent amount of money in just a few hours. Like, just a few hours of play to go from that to having a shitload of cash so you can buy basically more or less whatever ship you wanted, at the time at least. So I thought, well, I'll do that on the Xbox so I don't have to faff about with this and start again, because you've got to go on one save on the PC. Yeah, there you go. Just PC will receive new content. That's it. So I didn't want to do that, so I thought I'll do that on the Xbox. So I tried it, but the controls were like, oh shit! I'm gonna land in a heap of crap here, aren't I? If I go through here, is there going to be an infected wolf spider on the other side of this? Oh! But I know I can see. Shit, I can hear fucking fire ants. No! I need that! Right, come on, what else have I got in my inventory that I can drop? Nothing, but if I do that, I can pick that up. If I do this... There we go. Only 2 gunpowder clumps. I only use these for making... Because the only thing they're really any use for is for making the bomb arrows. Ooh. Was that the wolf spider? Yep, there it is. There is the infected wolf spider. Oh, man. Oh, look. And gnats, which will disarm you, swarming around it. Great. Yeah, we're not going over there. We ain't going over there, folks. Fuck no. Just Horizon's up to 3.8. Oh, Odyssey, yeah. So, yeah, Odyssey. So you can play Horizons on it, just not Odyssey. I mean, to be perfectly honest, without Horizons, Elite Dangerous is pretty limited. I actually like the Horizons update was my favourite, because I liked being able to land. You know, once you could actually land and discover stuff that was down on planets. You know, even though they had no atmospheres. You had the little... the SRV. Stupid fucking fight. Oh, alright then. Oh, I can't. No, I can't get that out. Oh, shit. Now he's pissed off. Yep, there we go. That really upset lots of folks here. I can't get the mint mace out because I need 2 hands to wield it, which means I've got to put both of these things away and get 1 weapon out, and I haven't got enough slots. So I can't do that. See, these bees over here are quite nice and gentle. They don't mess with you. But the ones over on the picnic table are vicious little bastards. As HJ knows too well. And there are a lot of them. And, you know, I don't mind getting swarmed by a couple of bees at a time, maybe even 3, but when you get 4 or 5 of them on you all at the same time, they can knock the life out of you quite quickly. I fell... You know, last week when I did the undershed on this, what I was playing the other day, and you know that big dark chasm below me when I was in the undershed, the sinkhole, which contained the Black Widow and everything else. I fell whilst trying to get scarab shells, because there's a good place in the undershed to get scarab shells from. Because the problem with scarabs is that they're really fast, and the second they see you, they run off and burrow into the ground, and you can't get them out. But you need them to make this stuff. So look, so if you want to make the jewels, which are what you need to upgrade at the higher levels, you need scarabs, twinkling shells, right? That's not what I'm short of at the moment. What I'm short of is supreme whetstone, because you need spider fangs or supreme whetstone by itself to make that. Yes, there we go. We got no rope. Now I can put that away. Put that away. Nope. Oh, okay. That can't be all. Surely not. What? Oh, moth bits. Right, it doesn't know. Did I put those in the other thing? Oh, now I've got to analyse those. I think I put these in here. Look at that. Keeping Wendell Tully's toenails in my drawer. That's just nasty, isn't it? So there, widow. That's widow fangs. So I haven't actually got any regular spider fangs. I need to kill wolf spiders to get those. Which, you know, we can do, but... what am I coming down here for? What I'm trying to do in here now, because I've sort of coming to the end of my love affair with Grounded, is I'm just trying to beef up the castle a bit. So I was trying to make every single set of armor so that I could put all the different sets of armor around the place. So there's those down there so far. There's only those two there, and then this is my personal one for when I need to swap my armor out for the other set of armor that I use all the time, which is this to go into the sandbox. And then there's the armory here, which has got a few in it. Plus this dude over here who's playing air guitar. I don't know why I made him do that. I don't know. A bunch of ammo in there. Equipment. Weapons and, and armor. In the armory. We can sleep when I get sick. Let me just go and make these whetstones so that I can get rid of this stuff out of my inventory. Right then. So, wait. I wonder if we can make... That's weird. Why did I do that? We have now got just a little bit of silk rope. I've killed a lot of spiders now. Look, have you seen all the silk rope I've got? Whee! That's a lot of silk rope. This is an incredible castle. It makes my treehouse look like... This castle! I actually have spent quite a lot of time on this, as you could probably see. Would you like a tour of the castle? I love giving people a tour of the castle. It's awesome. Look, there's my little pet house out the back. Although I killed my pet because he was driving me fucking nuts. I punched him in the face, which is not... It was only a gnat, so that killed it. But he does have a grave. Like, you know, the pet has gone, but he has a grave. When I can remember where I've put it. Hey! Where's his grave? He has a little grave. Oh, I know where it is. I made a little graveyard out the back. There's a part of me that wouldn't accept that I'd buried something in solid rock. That I'd buried it there, right? So even though it's just a stupid game, there's a part of me that wouldn't accept that I'd buried this gnat in solid rock. So I had to come out the back and make a little graveyard. There he is, look. My treehouse has an ant's head on a stick. Stop putting off the boss fight. I'm not putting off any boss fights today. There's no boss fights today. No boss fights today. I'm not doing the Mantis and the Broodmother and it was the other one, Director Schmechter. I'm not doing those. Stefan Preda, thank you for the sub. HJ's little home. What that? No, HJ's got one of the beds up in the thing, look. So this is a kitchen. We got the kitchen at the back. Look. Whoosh, a little oven to make little mite loaves and things we can make in there. I'm not going to set one going because then they take a while and I always forget that they've cooked. Look, we've even got some kitchen artwork. This is the room of horrors. This is the creature room where you can come and sort of mark these foes, and that allows you for 15 minutes. When you mark a foe, it allows you to do 20% extra damage against them for 15 minutes. Look, Rash. And we've got the grand staircase here. And a workshop. / storeroom. There's that little poker corner. Not that any poker happens there. Somewhere in the other side. Oh no, it's upstairs. Here, there's a grandfather clock. And this goes up into one of the turrets. Another turret. The armory. Another turret. Oh, that's got an armor dummy in it, but I haven't actually put anything on these ones yet. Another turret. Oop. See, I get lost going around here. And then the bedroom here. Look, this is HJ's little slot. Hey, HJ, look, I put you up a screen between you and Pilot. I only had enough materials at the time to make one, so I never bothered making one for me and Richie. I don't know. Right, so there you go. And there's Matt's one. Richie, HJ, and me. And then up on the roof here, we've got a basketball thing. We've got it. We've got 4 nice, relaxing, comfy chairs where you can just sit and chill and lounge. I don't know why there's a table. I don't know what I put that there for. And then there is, in fact, as HJ says, a turret. Shoot the gnome. Yeah, so there you go. There's a turret. I should probably eat something. But it's bedtime, so I'm not gonna. There we go. Let's go to sleep. How do you make a grandfather clock? I can't change the time on the oven. I know, right? The stuff that these guys can make out of crap that's just kicking around. And it tells the right time, you know, in the game. Like, and it chimes every hour. So what's the time now? 6:04. So let's look at the grandfather clock. There it is. Oh no, that's not telling the right time. That's actually telling 5:04. Oh, I forgot to put the clock forward on this one. That's what it was. British summertime. Right, let's go get food and breakfast. Well, you know, water and breakfast. Water.
Nice and clean.
And then we're going to go over to the picnic table and have a look at where I plan to build my little landing spot. I'm not going to go on the hunt. I'm just going to take one of these things that's already in here because it's easier. Oh, I need to go and scan that and make that whetstone. What have we got in here? We've got water flea roast. Mmm, yum. Chilled water flea roast, no less.
Yum.
Yummy breakfast. Right, let me go and scan this thing quickly. I like the Roman-like armor. It's pretty good. The roly-poly armor is pretty good. It's one of the 2 toughest armors in the game. The Black Ox armor is pretty tough as well, but I don't. That looks. It makes you look like Conan. You know Conan at the end of Conan the Barbarian, with the horns and the thing. Makes you look like that. But this is quite tough armor. But I keep the antlion armor by the bed on a dummy to switch backwards and forwards quickly, because you can just like hold one button and then switch all into that armor rather than having to put one piece on at a time. And I keep that for going into the sandbox because without that in the sandbox you burn alive. Oh, I'll top up on those mushrooms as well before I go. Whee! Yeah, the problem is I've now gotten to the point with the armor and the weapons and stuff where I can only upgrade so much. What's the quest? Oh, okay. I can only upgrade so much because the sturdy whetstones are in really short supply. And you can make them with spider fangs, but you have to kill wolf spiders to do that, which is, you know, it's not too much trouble for me anymore, but there are only so many wolf spiders in the game. and you know, so it's slowed down my. Oh bugger off! It's. Oh, let me just sort this dude out because. There we go.
This area is too hot for me.
There we go. I'm just topping up the food with these things, so I don't have to get a whole other weevil while I'm out. Whee! Twink. And my King Kong gates. Have you seen my trampoline? Bongo, you got to see the trampoline. Look, I love the elevator. Look, I made an elevator with trampolines. Whee! Awesome. Right, let me make these whetstones. The problem, the day-night cycle runs so quickly in this that by the time you've done everything you got up to do, time has passed. See, that's what I'm short of, sturdy whetstone. And without that, I can't do any further upgrades to the high-level stuff that I've got. Because you can't make the jewels and the higher-level globs without that. Brittle whetstone, we've got a ton. There we go. Okay. Put that in there. Make sure. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. That is that right? Yeah. I'm going to replace our stairs. Don't tell your other half it was my idea. No, it wasn't my idea. It was your idea. I just showed you what that's. See, I'm off the hook. Cool. Right now, I know that we need to take. Oh, we've got rope. Okay, I know we need to take that. Let's. Obviously, we're going to need a shitload more, but only when we finish the one at the top of the wheelbarrow. So we don't need too much. I feel like I'm still... I'm going to say I feel like I'm still carrying something I don't need to, but look at that. I'm carrying an absolute shit pile of stuff I don't need to. I never use this charm, ever. It's just pointless. So that charm, if you wear that charm, firstly you've got to replace your dandelion tuft with it anyway. And if you wear that charm, there's a chance that when you're in battle, if you perfect block, your shield will repair itself. And there's also a chance that your weapon you're using in that battle will repair itself. But frankly, I just repair them myself. It's not a massive problem. Repair glue can be made out of all sorts of stuff. And it's not like I'm short of termite parts, although I think there were about 80-odd termite parts when I started doing that. Bombardier parts are like 5 of those to make 1. And spider chunks. So we also need to take some of these bricks, just in case I actually can build there. We're going to put that charm in the fecking drawer, because I'm not going to use that. Not in a million years. Put some of these arrows away while I'm at it as well. Splinter arrows. I don't use them very often. They don't do that much more damage, and the drop off on them is insane. There aren't many games. It's a shame that my love affair with games comes to an end after a while. I mean, you know, after almost 300 hours, so that's not exactly like I've spent no time here at all, is it? But it's a shame because it's not very often that I know enough about a game to actually to impart wisdom about it. That's quite rare. This is one of those few games I can actually tell people what to do and where to find everything and what they need to get to do what. But the game does explain why you got shrunk in the first place. So, oh. Bear with me a moment. I'm not going to pick up your bits and pieces because I'm trying to save space. So here, what you need, let me show you. So that antlion armor that I have on the thing, you need that to come here because to get the charcoal ash, you need to go into these areas of red hot coals, right? And smash the little charcoal bits, and that's, as you can imagine, an intense amount of heat. Yes, so you got shrunk in the first place because the story is, and I only found this out last week when I went to get. I will, Mike. Yes, Matt has been asking me this recently if I would do an ultimate review of this, and I wasn't going to simply because the game. The main release was only in like last July or something. I can't remember. July, was it? July, August, I can't remember, 2022. But realistically, the game had been out for 2 years by then in early access. So really, the game has been playable for 2.5 years. So I don't really, generally make an ultimate review after that length of time. But I will do for this game, yeah. Just because of the amount of time I've put into it now. But the story of why you got shrunk. So last week, we went to face the Mant to rescue Wendell Tully. Only after, those of you that were here last week will remember that in the end, I went all the way through that to get the refrigeration thing for the house. Because that's where you can unlock the refrigeration thing, right? But I couldn't find it, if you remember, right? And the things that the guys in the chat mentioned where to find the recipe, they weren't there. So I looked at those videos. The first place they said they would look, and then another person said it was on the shelves by the side of the entrance to the cool area, and it wasn't there either. And it turns out they've moved the location of that recipe 3 times in the last 6 months. So since they dropped that as part of the game, the Undershed Lab, they've moved that recipe 3 times. And after we went through all that and I fought that boss to get that recipe, it turns out that the place they've moved it to now is in the first part of the lab. So you actually don't need to do that boss fight in order to get the recipe. But I thought you did because you'd always had to in the past. But it turns out that now they've moved it to the outer lab. So you don't actually have to go into the Undershed bit to get it. But when you do, and you rescue Wendell Tully, he has become basically a raisin in a floating orb. If I remember, when we've looked at all this and whatever, I'll show you where Wendell is, right? The cart's on the shelves, you couldn't find it. Yeah, no, it wasn't there in the end. It was because they've moved it again since that video. So they moved it to the outer lab now, right when you first go in, before you even reach the horrible Undershed bit. When you get to the first lab, you swim through the thing, and the entrance to the lab is there. Then you go through that, and you come out into the Undershed, where all the worst things from your nightmares live. You remember that, right? So anyway, I couldn't find it because it wasn't in there anymore. It's right back out at the beginning. So I didn't actually have to do that boss battle. So yeah, when you rescue Wendell, he's basically just a raisin. So he's the initial scientist that developed this way of shrinking people down. But he discovered after years and after quite a while that he was subject to this raisining effect, right? Which means that basically you basically turn into a raisin over time. It basically this dehydration effect, and you shrivel and you age rapidly and stuff like that. So they've tried everything that they could to combat it, and then this research lab that Wendell used to work for, that have now stolen his technology, started experimenting on children because they eventually figured out that children have this natural sort of elasticity to their skin, which means that the raisining effect didn't affect them. So basically, they abducted 4 children and shrank us down as an experiment. See? Properly evil bastards. I don't know why I'm going up here, by the way. I don't need to, but it's probably easier if I go down the zip line and then drop off halfway through. Also, I guess there might be some salt up here, maybe. There's a billy hog bite. And a cookie sandwich piece. And refresh. Get some more splinters to make splinter arrows, but as I say, I don't use them very often. They don't do enough. Like, oh shit, that's a crow feather, which I can't get to because of the fucking bee. Oh, I never did build that. Right, so where I want to build is there. And I think from there, we should be able to see... Whee! So from this hill, and I've been here, I actually built a base here before. They've removed it all because when they did the update, they removed all the stuff. So I did build a base here before, and it's quite safe. But I need to see if we could actually see the... Yeah, see? That's the problem. See, the wheelbarrow's there. Maybe from this rock? The spade is in the way. But it wouldn't be here from this rock. So if we build like a big landing platform thing here, we should be okay. Unfortunately, the one good thing about this area is it is very, very resource rich. Like everything that you could need is around here in abundance. So let's get building. I'm gonna build like a foundation, like a brick and clay and pebble foundation here. So it's gonna take a while, but let's see. I did actually want to, at one point, what I wanted to do was get the 100% report cards. I didn't want to finish the game without getting all the stuff I needed for the 100% report card, which is why I haven't done all the bosses. But some of the stuff that you need... So are they not studying you, or did they get bored and put you outside? They have been sort of monitoring the situation, which is why, since I released Wendell from his little prison that he was in, since I defeated the Mant and got Wendell out of that lab, since then, these you'll see in certain parts of the lab, they don't want you in. Certain parts of the yard, rather, they don't want you in. You'll see all the creatures that were in the yard, there are now harder versions of them with these little antennae on. So they're being controlled by Orc Labs, which is kind of evil. I keep forgetting to use the fast build menu as well. Right, so there. We want some pebblet foundations, I think. Maybe... Why is it unsupported there, but not here? That makes no sense. Oh, come on. I suppose if I start at the top and work down, that's better. I don't even need to work down, really. It'll drive me nuts if I don't. There we go. About there. What the fuck am I doing? That's not even remotely pointing in the right direction.
I spy.
I don't need to do this. I know that, right? I know. I'm well aware I do not need to make the foundations point in the right direction. But that's close enough. Right, now I have to go and get the pebblets and everything. But, shouldn't be a major problem. Because there's pebblets everywhere, and there's clay down in the bottom under the picnic table. There's an absolute ton of the stuff. Once I've built the foundation, I'll build with mushroom bricks because it's faster, and I've got shitloads of them. Oh, there's no clay in that bit. Right, but there's a load under the picnic table. There's a ton of it. Time of day 12:23. Okay. Yeah, so they are watching what's going on, which is why they're kind of, you know. I don't really know why. I mean, I do know that the director of that place, Director Schmechter of Orc Labs, he is here in the backyard. He's the last boss that you have to face. He's in that, you know, that Moldorc castle, that play castle that we were up with the Black Widow underneath. He's in there. Director Schmechter. So he's here. Why he's here, I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but not a lot in this game makes sense, so I'm trying not to question it too much. Do you get revenge after you rebigulate yourself? I don't know. I don't know that, actually, since I haven't used the embiggening cocktail or whatever it is. Like I said, I wanted to get the 100% report card, and that's kind of what I fixated on. Now, I'm not sure if I can be bothered. Honestly. I'm ready. I'm ready for something new now. Because it does... The guy... Like, HJ will tell you this, or Richard or Matt, they'll tell you that I don't get new games very often if they're not on Game Pass. Just simply because I can't afford it. I just don't like the channel in the last... Because I've put no content on it. The channel's made nothing, really, recently. Not a lot, anyway. It is paying out, but, you know, enough to cover some bills here and there, but not enough to have spare to use on games. So I'm having to kind of be careful about what games I pick. So I haven't bought a lot of stuff recently, and a lot of the games that the guys play, like particularly HJ and Richard, play a lot of first-person shooters, which is not really my thing. There are exceptions, but not very often. I was actually going to go back into Gen Z today, but then I thought, well, I did say last week that I was going to do some of these crazy zip lines and, you know, see if I could get that crazy zip line to go all the way across the yard. And I thought, well, I'm getting bored of this game now quite rapidly, so if I don't do it soon, I'm not going to bother. And Dredge comes out on Thursday, which means if I really fall in love with the game, I'm going to be playing that until it's done. If I don't, who knows, but... I tend to just buy small indie games regularly to tie me over. I don't think Dredge will last 100 hours either, no. Well, that's it. I think there's... I buy the odd small indie game here and there, right? And I've got quite a few games actually on Steam. Still trying to get Matt to buy Hell Let Loose. I've got quite a few games on Steam that I have never played, actually. Quite a few that I just never bothered with because I bought them while they were just £1 or £2, like, well, they were just a couple of quid, and I've never bothered playing them. But the other thing is, when I become as addicted to a game as this one, the problem is that when it's a game that you can put this many hours into and I become addicted to it, it keeps me away from doing stuff on the channel. And so this week I've started the Starfield video that I'm making, which is just an opinion piece. It's just me getting something off my chest about Starfield that's been driving me bananas. And, you know, just so it's like a 10-minute long video of me just whinging and moaning about people whinging and moaning about Starfield. But that's nearly done. So that should, by the end of this week, I'm not going to have time to do anything tomorrow, and on Thursday it's Dredge, but I should maybe be able to. So by the end of the week, by the weekend, certainly, that Starfield video should be up. And that'll be the first real video of any length that I've made in months and months. So, you know, but I can tell I'm like really, really rusty. In my video editing's gotten really, really, really rusty. You know, I'm like in there, and then the handle broke off. Right, wait, I'll get some tape. My analogies get a little bit overcomplicated sometimes, don't they? But the point is, I could tell I was really rusty. I wasn't feeling it quite the same way that I usually do. On video editing's my thing. It's like the one skill that I have, really. So I've gotten a bit rusty. So it might not be to the same standard that my old stuff was. But yeah, I'm going to do a grounded ultimate review because I've got to get something out of the amount of hours I put into this game. So I'm going to do an ultimate review. I still plan to do a Shipbreaker ultimate review, which I had written, and then just never. And then we moved, and I never did all the editing and stuff. So I am going to do that, and hopefully there'll be a couple of other things I need to do ultimate reviews of. And I'm thinking about another kind of review format, which I'm not going to discuss too much, but I'm considering another review format to add into the reviews that I already do. You know, for the smaller games that I don't want to do ultimate reviews on, or for the games that... The problem with an ultimate review is that I sort of set myself to only doing an ultimate review once I'd spent, like, at least 100 hours in a game, right? And the problem is that if I really hate a game, I don't like spending that much time in it. So half the problem is that most of the time when you get an ultimate review from me, it's going to be from a game I love. So you already know what I think about the game before I start. But that's not always the case. You know, I didn't really love Valhalla. I didn't love Greedfall. And I hated We Happy Few. But they all got ultimate reviews. I'm going in the right direction. Okay. Right, let's head back to build the foundations. I think I've got enough. I've got enough clay. Pebblets. There are tons of pebblets over there. I don't need pebblets. I don't know. I'd pick up some, but I don't need them. It's the clay that I really went over there for. Look, the little thing. Look, there's still the roasting spit that I built is still here. They left me that. Thanks, Obsidian. That was great. Hell Let Loose is fun if you get the right squad going. Well, I think that's a lot of the problem when you've got a group like we have, when you've got like me and HJ and Richard and Richard particularly and me, I think are the problem children because I only tend to play stuff. It takes me a while to find something that I like, but that other people also like, and it's easier with Pilot because he's quite, to an extent, he's quite easygoing about what he plays, and HJ is really as well. You know, HJ will sort of go for anything every now and again, right? Richard, not so much. There's like, and partly to be fair to him because he's got like just no money. Like he has even less money than I do, so he can't really afford. If we all discover a new game that we've got to pay for, he can't really afford to play it. And if it's one that he doesn't like playing, he won't usually say that. He'll just kind of just go, no, I'm all right. And he'll jump into it every now and again. But finding something that all four of us really want to play all the time is difficult. And I think that's true of any. I think that's true of any multiplayer group that you kind of get together. Really. Oh, come on! Oh, these fucking. There we go. I'll put one there, one there. We got a low one there and there. There and there. There we go. Start at the bottom because otherwise I forget to put these bottom pieces in. HJ will play anything when his friends say it'll be fun. But yeah, but the thing is I don't like between the channel and work and stuff like that, I spend at the moment I'm spending more time gaming now than I really should. Not enough time making other stuff. So I tend to generally only play things that either I really love or that I think will work well on the channel, even when it's multiplayer stuff, which, you know, has got to be frustrating to these guys because it's like, well, he just wants to do this because he can make videos. It's like, yeah, unfortunately, that's what I do. So, you know, if I can't make videos out of it, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time doing it. Okay. There. And there. And there, because otherwise it's unsupported. And I know that doesn't make any difference. But it will drive me nuts. Right, we've got loads of pebblets, look. Pebblets we're not short of. I think I should go and get the stuff to make myself a little lean-to, though, so that I don't have to come all the way back here in the morning. Actually, I mean, technically speaking, I don't need to... You don't need to sleep in this game. That's actually something I've never really found out. I don't know what the long-term consequences of not sleeping in this game are. I know I have gone without sleep for a few days in this game before and not suffered any negative consequences, but surely there must be some after a while. We're very supportive of your profession. Yes, but even so, it's like quite often I'm like, listen, Red Shirts hasn't really got going yet because I'm not really quite back into my video making groove yet. Once that gets going, trust me, it'll drive you nuts because I'm going to want to basically record what we do all the time. So I'm going to want, you know, to get decent audio from everybody, and trust me, it'll drive you banana. Because once it gets to a point where it's like, well, I only have time to play anything if it's something that I can make for the channel. Because otherwise it's just wasted time. I've tried to do a lot less of that, actually, in the last few years. Because I did get really bad with that. I wouldn't... When I was making videos, three videos a week, I never played anything that I couldn't put on the channel. And then I was just, like, all the time I was in the office editing. And it got shit. I really wasn't enjoying it anymore. I think, regrettably, to say this during a live stream, of course, the worst time to say this, but when it all started going south was when I started streaming. Because then I kind of did want to live stream because at the time there were several people in my comments that were asking if I was going to live stream. So of course it gives you the impression that your live streams are going to be tremendously popular because I kept getting comments. Are you going to live stream? Are you going to live stream? You should live stream. So then I started live streaming and, like, you know, there's you guys that support me all the time. But then most of the people that asked me about it just never bothered turning up. So... And that, I think it killed a lot of my enthusiasm. So I am trying to get back to the video making. But like I was saying to the guys before, I think it might have been just Matt. I was having a conversation with just Matt. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was just Pilot. But I was basically saying that what I really want to do, the content that I really want to make, regrettably, is not content that most people will watch. And I know that from, not just because of the videos that I've put out in recent years, but from long experience on YouTube, from like well over a decade and a half, knocking on the uphill stretch towards 2 decades on this platform. I know that the content that I really want to make, the story-based content, yes, there's a few people that love it, but it really, the views that it gets are never going to make it worthwhile putting in the effort to make it. But I really want to make it, and I plan to do more of it, but it's that fear of putting in shitloads of time. It's, you know, it's like humor, right? I'm not bad at making people laugh, but the things that make me laugh until I cry, like that really, 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 really make me laugh until I cry.
Did I ever tell you about the time?
There you go. Yeah, Sunday will be back. Sunday will be back, don't worry. Sunday's never going to go away. He's one of my favourites. Captain Cade will return. Yeah, but the stuff that really makes me laugh until I cry, until I just can't breathe, is what I think everybody else is going to find it just as funny, right? So I'm sure a lot of you have found this before, or at least I hope it's not just me. But the stuff that I think everyone's going to find hilarious because when I came up with it, it made me laugh until I cried. Nobody ever finds funny. Or when you watch people's reactions, like when few times you get people that read it or you see them when they're watching a video, which is rare. You get a bit of a titter out of people and go, and you think, oh man, what? And that kind of, after a while, that kind of makes you nervous. Shit, I've gone the wrong way about building this. I needed a scaffold, didn't I? No, don't fall off. Ooh, shit. There we go. Oh, more fucking pebblets. God, it uses a lot of pebblets. This. Like me with the mousetrap. The mousetrap comment. I've seen quite a few channels switch from video making to live streaming just because of the amount of time needed to edit. Yeah, it wasn't really the amount of time needed to edit so much. It was that lots of people asked me to do it, and I did kind of like the interaction that I have with you guys, like this back and forth. I kind of liked the interaction. And it is great, but I've spent because for my live content as well, I spent all that time trying to afford this PC, the gaming PC, right? And since returning this time, I haven't used it. I only played a game on this the other day. 2 nights ago, I played a demo. Now, it was a demo, and it's an early access. It's not even gone into early access, so it's a demo. It's an early game, so it's not optimized very well. But honestly, this PC is way more powerful than the one I'm streaming through. And it virtually melted the damn thing. The fan was going the whole damn time, and it was red hot by the end. And, wasn't a graphically particularly impressive game. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But if that game improves, I will be playing that on the channel at a later time. But I only got about 45 minutes of playtime in it, which was Forever Skies. So if it continues the way it has, it'll be great. The mousetrap. If the mousetrap comment is the comment I'm thinking of, if it's what I'm thinking of, I must admit, HJ, that particular comment made me laugh more than anything that you've said for ages. Like, I properly fell about laughing at that. But as soon as I had a moment to think why I was laughing, I kind of went, oh, I can't laugh at that. So I know what you mean. I understand why, but it was funny. It's just, it was kind of... not in the best of taste, really, was it? But it was funny. Very funny. And just to clarify, so that we're not getting the impression that HJ's a raving racist or a bigot or something like that, it's nothing like that. It's just, if it's what I'm thinking of, it's simply that it plays on something in our past, which is in humanity's past, which is you really shouldn't make light of, if you see what I mean. But it was funny. Shit, what do I need to make I need to make a bed and sleep. Just so that I can work. If I work in the daytime, I actually see what I'm doing. I should know this by now. I think it's 3 sprigs and 2 clover. The other way around. 2 sprigs and 3 clover. Sprig. Sprig. There we go. I know there's a shit load of clover down by the... where I got the clay from. Where's the fucking picnic table? There are some orb weavers wandering about over there, but... Pussies. Orb weavers. Orb weavers don't particularly concern me anymore. Because I'm hard in it, you know. Did this make 3 clover? I did have enough to make that now, yeah. There we go. Right, let's take this back, make a little lean-to so that I can sleep, so that I can see what I'm fucking well doing. I don't go over there, that's where the spiders are. You hear them. It was incredibly tonguey. I know that, buddy, I know. And it was funny. There's no two ways about that. It was fucking hilarious, but yes, we shouldn't really laugh. It's only because we understand that you're not laughing at that. You're laughing at the comment. You weren't laughing at the thing. You weren't laughing particularly at the historical context, just the funny wordplay. I really need to make a ramp going up here. Otherwise, I'm not going to build it any higher than the platform. I'm just going to build it out all the way around, so... no, let's just... There we go. Put that there. Do a super build. Go to sleep. Wake at 6. Daytime. Yeah, I didn't switch. It wasn't intentional to make this switch from video making because I like video editing. I enjoy the process. But the sort of story content I want to make is quite labor intensive, and I would need to rope in. I would need to rope in other people to sort of help me out with it, which is not a problem. Like, I've had words with, like, Spiff has said she'd do voices, and Scrolls has said he'd do some voices, and I think Matt said he'd be up for it, and you know, and I think Roxy said she'd do it as well, and that's not a problem. But trying to organise all that and get it the way you want it's a lot of work. And the reality is, it's just not content that anybody really watches. The reason I started doing live plays when I was repeatedly asked, the reason I sort of caved is because I don't know if you remember my... Oh, shit. I should have got clay while I was over there. Balls. I don't know how much you remember about my early content the first couple of years when I would come back. What a droplet. The first couple of years when I would post like 3 videos a week, every week, right? I would occasionally do an ultimate review or some other sort of essay thing or a guides video or a tip video or something like that. But for the most part, I was making Let's Plays, and I was making 3 of those a week and editing them, right? And that wasn't a massive amount of work, but it was taking up pretty much all my time, all my spare time. And nobody was watching them because, you know, nobody watches Let's Plays, and the reason is because if you want to watch somebody play a game now, most of the time you just... Oh, shit, have I used up all the clay that was over there? Feck. Yeah, most of the time, if you want to watch someone play a game now, you just watch a live stream, don't you? So, having occurred to me, I just decided to live stream instead of Let's Plays, and I figured that the live stream would replace my Let's Plays. And because of that, I started streaming 3 days a week. If you recall, when I started streaming, I don't know if you do remember that. Well, so when I started streaming, I was streaming 3 days a week. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know,
Choke it down, Pete.
I don't know how to put it, really. The psychological strain, the mental strain for someone who is, believe it or not, probably one of the most introverted introverts you'll ever know. I don't go out. I don't make friends. I don't do parties. I don't have real life friends, really, other than like a handful 4 or 5 that I've made over the course of 40 odd years that I'm still in contact with. Richard being the main one. Yeah, well, Danny, I think Danny was one of the first people to actually say that online as well, to actually explain to people why he didn't make Let's Plays anymore, because, as he said, and he's quite right, like the first, I never get Danny's numbers in anything except like a couple of my Ultimate reviews are the only things that get anything close to the numbers that he gets, but even so, it was noticeable. It's always noticeable, even at a smaller level, that with Let's Plays, the first couple of episodes do well, and then the viewership sort of trails off. So I decided that I'd just stream. But yeah, for someone who is as introverted as I am, I need a massive amount of energy rebuild before I can go out and associate with people. I don't do it very often. So for someone like me, HJ will be real life when he stays on your sofa at some point. Well, you're always welcome to come and stay on the sofa. You know that. I've talked to Amki about it as well. Didn't need to. I think I know my wife well enough to know what she was going to say, but she did say, yeah, of course. That's fine. Let me just go in. I don't think I should relocate that yet. Let's put it on this rock. Don't need to build my shelf. Don't need to make any breakfast anyway. Yeah, so the mental strain of like being energized and sort of upbeat and stuff like that for the amount of time that it requires to do 3 of these a week was a bit much, and I burnt myself out quite quickly doing that. I couldn't do it very long, and eventually it got me to the point where I was like, why am I bothering? I don't want to do YouTube anymore. And I think a lot of streamers get to that stage because the amount of work it takes, like the amount of edited videos require a lot more work a lot more. I don't know. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but I think you know what I mean, right? Obviously, they require a lot more work and a lot more spending time. Look at Scrolls and his Sea of Thieves parody videos. Like, he spends so much time getting all... And I know that feeling. I know the amount of time you can put into getting just the right shot that you need to complete a video, right? I've done it many, many times. But mentally, live streaming takes a lot more out of you. Especially if you're not much of a people person. And to be fair, that applies to most YouTubers. Also, I've put those ramps in the wrong place because I need to make this wide enough. It's the pressure of entertaining. I realised very quickly it is exhausting you. It's very tiring, but at the same time, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy over in that thing where the spade is, I think there's clay over there. Sorry, I need more clay, that's fine. That's my brain's going, clay, we need more clay. I think there's more over in that thing with the spade. Yeah, I enjoy the interaction, so I wouldn't like to give up live streaming now that I've started, because I do, even though I'm quite an introverted... Oh, shit, no, there is no clay over here. Balls. Okay, there's a load in the flooded zone beyond... There's a ton of clay in the flooded zone beyond the wall here. But there's also a shitload of mosquitoes, and although these are like tier 2 mosquitoes, so they're not massively... To defeat one is not a problem, really, but you don't just get one, you get hundreds of the damn thing. See, look, Mordred, this is what the haze looks like now. There's no haze here, but all the nasty-ass shit that's in there that still wants to kill you is still there, as are those stupid exploding fucking mushrooms. Infected weevil. Yeah, the flooded area is that way down the wall there. I think we're going to have to go there to get more clay. Yeah, I actually do enjoy the back and forth with with my viewers, and I actually do like the fact that at my level it is just my regular supporters, like people that I'm, that I have regular conversations with in Discord and stuff like that. That we chat. It's become this tight knit sort of little community that I enjoy that we can have those interactions, which would be much more difficult. Oh fuck! Hello, Wolf Spider. How are you? Actually, should we just kill him while we're here? Let's kill this guy, because then we can get some spider fangs. Yo! Oh, it still makes my heart race fighting one of these. Even though it will probably only take me 2 or 3 combos to kill it. There we go. Where'd he go? Yeah, see? I can kill him fairly easily now, but it still makes my heart race fighting one of those. They still give me the willies, See, the problem with the flooded zone is not the mosquitoes one by one, they're not that difficult. I can beat them, but they fly out of reach, so it takes a while to kill one. And when you get swarmed by 3 or 4, it's just a pain in the ass, and it takes time. I enjoy doing it when I have time, but it's keeping up that energy level being emphasized. Yeah, because that is what you're doing on stream, really, most of the time. You're being an extroverted version of who you normally are. Oh, sturdy quartzite, that's handy. Boom. Look at that. Upgrade my armor a little bit. There's some clay, but not a lot. Shit. Just applied a bandage that I guess I do need it a bit. Didn't recover a lot of health, did I, because I didn't sleep in a bed. You get more health recovery and stuff when you sleep in a bed. Oh, there's clay. Sometimes there is some if you swim under the water. In the pond, there's a ton, but you end up spending time fighting off diving bell spiders and water fleas and ducking under a rock to hide from Trudy. Put a snake enemy in a game and I'm freaking out. Well, the spiders... I live in the UK. I don't live in a place that has dangerous spiders. So spiders themselves don't really bother me at all. But when they are the size of a truck, they scare the living piss out of me. Oh, look. Okay. But yeah, like HJ says, it's like you're yourself, but a bit more. I guess actually the version of me that you guys usually get in streams like this one, in a game that I'm comfortable with and familiar with, the version of me that you get on a stream like today's one is pretty much just me, really. It's not really an emphasized version of who I am. This is who I am. Yes, but the thing is, that's the bad thing, because regrettably, as HJ and Richard and Pilot can all tell you, this isn't all for your benefit, I talk this much all the time. And then, I don't talk at all. My eldest daughter, Hannah, inherited that from me. She talks a ton, and then she just doesn't talk at all. And unfortunately, that's me. 100%. But HJ and Matt and Richard can tell you that. I could talk for England. So yeah, the version of me that you get in a stream like this one is just me. It's not an exaggerated version of me, or it's just who I am. But when I'm doing something, like if I do one of the streams where I'm running a contest, or I'm streaming a game for the first time, that I've got a lot of new, like on Thursday, right? There'll probably be new people in the chat, even if it's only one or two, simply because that's the day Dredge releases. So if I'm streaming Dredge on that day, that's when you get people in that weren't really there before. And if on top of that, I've gotten the key for that game based on my assertion that I will make some content for that game. So like I've promised the developers that I will make content, which you usually have these days. You didn't used to, but these days you actually do have to. It's not a contract, but nowadays, like on Keymailer and stuff like that, nowadays they have a thing that, you know, your channel has to be a certain size, right? And then you kind of have to agree. There's like a checkbox. You kind of have to say what coverage you'll be doing. So like if they say, are you going to cover this on your game? There's an option to say, I might. There's lots of options. You're like, no, it's for personal and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it goes all the way up in stages to yes, 100% I will cover it. And I think there's one above that saying I have already mentioned it, or, you know, something like that, right? You can and do talk for England. Thanks, buddy. See? HJ knows. But it's... So yeah, now it's not really a contract that you enter into, but you do kind of have to agree to do that. And if repeatedly you do that and then you don't make content for that game, you know, that will come back to bite you. Eventually, they'll sort of get wind of that and people stop giving you key codes. Unless you're someone like, you know, like Danny at ESO, right? They're not going to stop giving him codes anytime soon because his channel's massive. So they're just going to give him codes automatically. Most of them will seek him out. And some of the smaller developers seek me out, and like Roxy and stuff like that, they'll come to us and go, hey, we've got this new game. You know, I get emails quite often from people saying, will you do this? I've even got quite a few emails from people wanting to sponsor my channel, but they haven't. They're obviously people who don't have any idea what my channel does. They've just looked and gone, oh, he's got a lot of, you know, he's got a few thousand subscribers. He'll do. He can make content about our product. We'll send him a... So I got one this week, for example, that they were offering me this... What were they offering me? A treadmill, like this new motorized treadmill and a sports watch. Like a $400 sports watch or something. I can't remember. In return for making like a 7-minute video, I think, on their product. And so I said, did you... Like, this is not what I'm a gaming channel. I don't do that. Like, we're gamers. We're like the opposite. We're the opposite of fitness freaks. What's wrong with you people? I'm just going to build that there, and to hell with it, just so that I can start building this platform. Because if I have to, I've got to build some sort of scaffolding to get to that bit. So yeah, it's, you know. Am I going to have to build this any higher, or is that going to be high enough? Well, let's build a quick. Let's see. We can make a mushroom structure fairly quickly, like this. See if I can get right over into the corner. No, that's too far. Oh, that's not big enough. No, I'm not doing that because I'm going to have to... But, okay. Let's put a windowed wall there. Oh, I want to put it right on the edge of the fecking thing and I can't. I don't want to run on a treadmill when I can play a game where I run on a treadmill. Yeah, see? Like that. I just sort of had to say, that's very nice offer, but I don't... You know, I don't do that. That's not the kind of content I make, guys. You know, do your homework. But yeah, you know, you get stuff like that. Let it be wider. How many squares have I made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way should be good. 1, but only 4 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need another 2 on that side, and that's the side that's... Shit, that's the side that's got the ramps on it. All right. Well, what the hell? Let's just. What the hell? There. Let's put that there. And there. There. And there. So that's 5 by 5. Haha. More pebblets. Not those ones, because they'll roll all the way down the... Oh, it's trowel. They'll roll all the way down the hill into the water, which is no good. Roxy's getting a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship email was hilarious. Everybody got one of those. Like, I can't tell you how many emails I had and how many shoot-ups from, like, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, man. Like, they were trying to, like, everybody. I think everybody... Yeah, there you go. Like HJ says, I get those. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends, everybody gets those. If you made 2 videos on YouTube ever, Raid Shadow if they were gaming videos, Raid Shadow Legends would have sent you... See? Look at this. I'm at the ones now that are just rolling down the hill. Stupid. Chasing after roly-poly little stones all day long. No. Yeah, yeah, Raid Shadow Legends, yeah, everybody gets those. But yeah, like, sending those things to... Let's recycle that. And that. So we can put those further up, and I'll put the ramps further back. That there, right? Yep, I got it. I need to make that under there. No, that location's occupied by that ramp. Oh, this happens a lot in this game. When you demolish something, quite often the stuff that you've taken, the resources that you use, that you're refunded in full now. Actually, usually get everything back if you recycle it. If it gets demolished, not so much. But when you demolish things like that yourself and recycle them, quite often the resources will go up into whatever floor is above, and then it starts to create all sorts of weird, glitchy little problems. It's freaky. And that shit cereal company. That shit cereal company. I haven't... What's that? What company is that, H? I haven't come across that one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look at this, what I've done now, look. I've made myself an impossible to reach thing. Oh, come on. And I haven't even put that in the middle. There, we're now out of pebblets and clay, and I can't ascend this ridiculous structure that I've built. I cannot get up there because I've built like a moron. Hey, HJ, you're online. Did you know? Oh no, we're going to be all out of clay now. And I'm going to need more clay to build the zipline anchor, which is a pain in the ass. Oh, I know where there's a bunch more. I know where there's more clay. Let's go this way. That $10 box of cereal brand. I've seen sponsor vid about them. Like, no way, no, I'm paying that much for a box. I know, I don't know. Oh, what Huel are you talking about? I don't know. I don't get those ones, but I get, you know, I get these sponsor offers from people. But another one that I got the other day was for couples therapy. Someone was like, "You should do this. This would suit your channel." It's like, dude, you haven't even watched. How do you know? Like, you haven't even watched my channel. You know, when you can really tell that they haven't paid any attention because it's for stuff that's nothing to do with you at all. No, there's clay, see? On the other side of there. Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon. Never heard of them. I must be one of the few people in the world that hasn't heard of them. Yep, don't know that one. Magic Spoon. That's new to me. Shit. This, by the way, when I finish building this in a minute, this will be the most anticlimactic fucking zipline ride you've ever seen in your life. Oh, I'm getting near to the edge of the haze. Oh, there's another clay. I know there's some around the corner by the ant's nest, the black ant hill. Not far from there. And I think there's quite a bit, so I'll try to fill up, and then we'll go back, sleep, and should be able to make lots
clean
in the morning. I've been playing this game for so long with a canteen that you can only use to pick up clean water and dewdrops, you know, that kind of stuff, that I forget that I now have a canteen that will purify any water instantly. So I can pick the water up from anywhere, but I just keep forgetting to use it. I'm in that zone now. My brain is already fixated on that. Well, I can't use that water because what if I need it? But like there's water everywhere, and now I can just pick it. Here we go. See, I know there's a bunch of clay around here. I thought I'd made it when they reached out, and then I did some research. They contact everybody. No, I've never heard of them. They haven't contacted me. Well, they might have. I don't know. I get a lot of these emails, and most of them, I just ignore because a lot of them are just like spammy stuff. You see, the thing is, you've got to really believe in the product and kind of the things that you're. Well, you know, I know a lot of content creators don't, and you know, fair enough to a point. I don't. Maybe that's the wrong phrasing. You don't have to necessarily truly believe in the product, but I think it at least has to have something to do with what you're doing. See, I've emailed back and responded to a lot more small content creators, small developers, like individuals that are making really shitty little platform games and stuff like that, that are offering me nothing at all, but just want me to give a shout out for their game. I've reached out to a lot more people like that than I have to big companies that are offering me money, because the small time developers, they put a lot of effort in to what they do. Oh shit, am I all the way over here? Whoa, I've walked a bit further than I intended to there. Could be in a bit of trouble here if we're not too careful. If I have only one thing left in my life, it's integrity. I don't like. I think I would do. You know, if it was a gaming product that I didn't necessarily use, but they gave me one to review, and I thought, yeah, it's all right. I'd do that probably. But like, if it's a non-gaming product, it's got nothing to do with my channel at all. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why would I bother with it? Oh, I should get some of that sap while I'm over here. So, I don't know if I'm actually going to need it to get the... Oh, no, I'm not, because my inventory's full. Right, let's go back. And hopefully I can build that wall quite fast. Yeah, but what you like when it's for couples therapy and fucking treadmills and like, really? But I really did want to. The treadmill one had contacted me like 3 times in the last couple of days, and I eventually just said to him, like, that's not what my channel does. Like, have you? It was a really quick email saying, sorry, I do review products, but this is not the sort of thing I review on my channel. I think that's all I said. But I really wanted to go on a long... rant and say to them, fucking treadmills, like, I'm a gaming channel. That's like the opposite of what I do. I spend most of my life encouraging people to sit on their asses and fucking play a video game. How is a treadmill going to go? I guess I could probably find a way to tie it in if I like, hey, look, you can play a game while you're on this treadmill, or you know. But I don't make a 6-7 minute video about something like that. No, thank you. 6, 7. I think they said between 3 and 7 minutes, which is quite often what they say when they contact you about these sort of things. I don't need to put all these bottom bits in at all. There's absolutely no need for it. I'm just being an anally retentive weirdo that goes, but that have no support. We can't have that. Way more pebblets than you can shake a stick at. But then, you know, I do stuff in my real job that I just forget about. I think it's like when... whatever it's called. Shadows over... Silesia, whatever it is. 1490... No, not 1428. That's it. I was going to say 1492. That's Columbus. Get your numbers wrong. The right. But it's like when everyone went, how can you not have told us you were in this? Like, I didn't remember. I can't. It is my job. I didn't know. I'd forgotten I did it. Ooh. Why did the music suddenly stop? The sound effects are still on. Oh, it was swapping to nighttime music. It's just swapping to the night shift. It's fine. Right, I need some more pebblets to build a ramp up there, and then we're good to go. Pebblet, pebblet, pebblet. Oh, because I put my bed up there now. I can't get to the bed unless I sort this out. Dunk. These pebblet foundations, like, they use so many... Ironically, funny as it seems, they do use a lot of pebblets, these pebblet foundations. I forgot I did a game you all love the time period for. You know, I was watching something the other day, a couple of days ago. I was watching the thing about Sam Jones, Life After Flash, right? There's a little documentary on Amazon. It's Life After Flash, right? So it's Sam Jones and what happened to him, you know, after he made Flash Gordon, which is an awful, awful film that everyone should watch, right? I know it's weird, but it's like you've never seen Flash Gordon, you should watch it. But it's terrible. Don't expect it to be a good movie. It's the worst film. But, you know, it was kind of made that way. And I was watching it, and the thing is, like, wherever you go, I was saying to Ramke, it must be like a burden for these big guys to only be really remembered and known for one thing. And because I said, look, I get this, and I'm a tiny, tiny little YouTube channel, but almost everyone in my community knows me for one thing and one thing only, which is what brought most of the people to my channel and made it blow up, for which I owe that game and that review a great deal. But the reality of it, the reality is that I don't really, you know, I'm not as big a fan of medieval games as that review perhaps gave people the impression that I was. And, you know, they're great, and I'll play one every now and again, and that game was absolutely amazing. But the reality is, it's like, that's people like, but you love those kind of games. Like, not really. I just became known for, shit, I just put that the wrong way around. I just became known for a review that I did about one of them. And the fact that I made an entire Let's Play series. So, yeah, I understand why it gave people that impression, but, you know, as I think I've told the story quite a few times, what really happened there was that... Oh, fuck's sake. What really happened there was that, it was the only game I had any money for at the time, right? So at the time, you know, I didn't have any Game Pass back then, or Game Pass wasn't really a thing, I don't think, back then. And I didn't really. Well, I started a gaming channel. I wanted to start a gaming channel because I dipped into it with Elite Dangerous, and then I've been away from it for years. So I just was going to start a gaming channel because I couldn't. I started a gaming channel because I couldn't recruit enough people to get a short filmmaking channel, which is what I had before, and I just couldn't get people to get involved, and it was really, really difficult to put it all together. So I thought, well, I can make story content from games. So the only game I could really afford at the time, I had one game I couldn't really afford. We were really broke back then. So, I couldn't really afford to get anything else. So I made an entire Let's Play series, and by the end of it, I loved the game so much that I thought, other people need to know not to give up on this game. They need to know. Gotta tell everybody that this game gets so much better, and the story is amazing, and you'll absolutely love it. So I made that review. And then people now think it's like, well, I went into this to make reviews, which I didn't, and that I love the medieval era, games, which is not necessarily true. I like them, but it's not.
The nose. Nose.
See, some of the complaints I see Roxy make about mobile games on Twitter, you'd think she plays Raid Shadow Legends. Well, she gets a lot of those. The thing is now, one of the problems is, and I know what Roxy's talking about here, right, is that when you've got a YouTube channel that revolves around gaming, when you go online, all the ads that you see, that Google tailors the ads to you, of course, and all the ads that you ever see are for games. And on every now and again, they'll put an ad on for something like, I don't know, a treadmill or something like that, some sort of sports brand, weights, or something, the multi-gym, right? And you keep getting this ad, or you keep getting an ad for some porn site or something like that, and then you cancel these ads out to make it tailor. Yeah, and so you think, well, I've got a gaming channel, so the thing I can't really scrub is the gaming ads. But the problem is that most gaming ads are mobile gaming ads these days. Most of them. Like, I get one that fucking, what's it called? Hero Wars or some shit, right? And it's the one that's going around all over the place at the moment. And it doesn't matter how many times I tell Google to block this ad provider, it just keeps coming up. I've told them to block it probably 17 times this week. Like, every time I see it, I go, no. But it just keeps coming. Drives me bananas. But yeah, it's the mobile games, you get a ton of them. But Roxy has seen a bunch of those really crap, like the ones that not only is the game not what they're advertising, but that it's like really, 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 really lame ass ads. Just the most dreadful ads you've ever seen in your life. But yeah, what I was saying about the thing there is like, obviously I don't know what it's like, what celebrities have made a movie or something like that, and they're only known for that one character, and that must be awful. I can't imagine what that's like. But what I was saying is, even as a small YouTube channel, a tiny YouTube channel, which is what I am, is even as that, because most of my videos get views in the hundreds, below 1,000. Most of them are below 1,000. And then I have another collection of videos, which are usually like my guide videos, like the ones I did for Sniper Elite, and I did some for some other game, for Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I think stuff like that. And they get between 1,000 and sort of 20,000 views over time, over many months, right? So then I make reviews, and they get upwards in the tens of thousands quite often. And then I make ultimate reviews, and several of those have been upwards in the hundreds of thousands, right? But that's it. So we get like 250,000 or something like that, I think is what Valhalla, I think is my next most popular one. But then I've got the KCD one, which has got like 2.2 million views on it. It's like the discrepancy between the amount of views I've got on that and all the other stuff I've made. Obviously, people are going to know me when they, on the rare occasions people do know the channel. Obviously, what they're going to know me for is that. But the reality is, it's just kind of game that they're all right. But I quite often find myself going, man alive, do I ever wish that I'd become well known for making for space games or something, because that's much more my thing. Much more my thing than medieval games. Although I do like medieval games when it's a good one, you know, when it's really great. You know, I'm going to play Avowed, and, you know, I will play stuff like that from time to time, but hopefully you guys know by now that space is like my main thing. That's my bag, really. Ooh. So I can't imagine what, like, as HJ says, what television stars and movie stars must go through, because they're recognised everywhere they go, right, you know? And obviously I've never been recognised out and about. Why would I? Like, Roxy's, like, she's been recognised a couple of times. I think 3, 4, 5 times maybe. And a couple of those were at, like, gaming conventions and stuff. So you don't... Every now and again it happens. It's really weird. I found a Grounded video the other week, and it was really nice. Sometimes when it happens, it's great. I found a Grounded video the other week, and I've been watching a lot of Grounded videos in the last couple of months, and I found this one guy, and I had never seen him before. His channel was really small. He's like 1,500 subs or something like that. And the editing, I think I shared it in with the guys, but it was a few weeks ago now. The editing was superb, and it was one of the best gaming guide videos I have ever seen on any game. It was so well put together. The editing was absolutely top notch. The writing was great. The way he paced it, the way he delivered the narration, the shots that he used, everything about it was excellent. And I thought, this guy needs to be huge. And I really I commented on it and said, this is great, right? And I got a comment back from this guy saying, oh, thanks, that's high praise coming from you. It's good to see you back, by the way. I hope you got the rest. And I was like, how the fuck does this guy know who I am? Because that just doesn't happen to me. You know, I've only got like 20-odd thousand subs. That doesn't happen to me really very often at all. But especially not in Grounded, because I'm not really known for that at all. But it's nice when it does happen. But if you're a kind of celebrity that gets that sort of thing all the time, that would drive me insane. I do feel sorry for people like that who've done one thing. I was going to mention someone in particular there, and I won't, because if the conversation goes that way, there are potential spoilers involved. So I won't do that. Is that... Can I... I'm going to put that right up to that edge, because it'll irritate me, but I won't be able to see it, so it won't make any difference. We put a wall, one flat wall, with a window, or no window on that side. But I put that there with 2 bricks from the edge, so I need another one there. It has to be even! You see, once we get to the mushroom bit, it's easy, because I brought a ton of bricks. Not literally a ton, but you know what I mean. Don't you? You guys get it. I know you get it. You get it, don't you guys? Tell me you get it, guys. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is build this up, and then I'm going to put a landing platform for the thing above, just there. Oh. Oh, man, now it's uneven. That's going to piss me off. I can just, like, let's put a window there. So see? Don't go over the edge. Stupid mushroom brick. I like the way when these mushroom bricks fall, unlike the other things, unlike the other resource building materials that you use, when the mushroom bricks fall, they do have kind of a, I don't know, like the consistency that you might expect from something that was made out of mushrooms. Oh shit, I should have done that. Oh, I can have a half door, who cares? Oh, even though, no, that requires acorn shells, that's really dumb. Well, I'm going to have to go back for some more mushroom bricks in a minute anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And we put that on that edge. Let's put that... Have I just put that window back again? No, I put a window on the other side. That's it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still good. I'm still good. Yeah, see, I can't... It's like, yeah, that's going to have to be a half door there. Should we put a window next to it? There we go. Yeah, it's going to have to be, like, you know, it'll do. It'll allow me to get in and out, but... So then we need to build a ton of these. Boosh. 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 And put like a... Oops. Move that. Put it over there. Let's put a spiral staircase in the corner. It'll probably take up the least amount of space. I know I've got to bring back acorn stuff from the base, but that will probably there. It'll have to be there, I think. Yeah, because then we knock out that corner and then this one side. That'll be okay. I had to think when I'm putting these spiral staircases in, because obviously you can't put a roof too close to that side. We put that corner in. We'll be able to make a bunch of weed stems, because weed stems all around here. A ton of them. Put that in there, like that. And of course I'm hungry. Why wouldn't I be hungry? Of course I'm bloody hungry. What have we got to slake our hunger? Spider chunks? Nom 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 nom. Yum. Let's go and see if we can find an unsuspecting weevil or something. There is an unsuspecting weevil. I can hear one. Oh no, maybe that was a bee. I think that might have been a bee flying about. They make a very similar sort of... That's a... I can hear a aphid, but I can't see the damn thing. Where's that aphid? What? Can anybody see an aphid? I can't see an aphid. What? Oi, aphid, where are you? Where the fuck is the aphid? I don't know where he is. I haven't got a clue where that aphid is. Got to find one somewhere around here. Aphid! He's up here. Wait. Where is he? Fucking invisible bastard. No, no, no. Bugger off, you little invisible twerp. No, that's a bee. That's a bee. That's a bee.
Better than starving, I think.
Right, see now, I have to remember. I can use this.
No water filtration tablets needed.
What the fuck just happened? Okay, game's going a bit glitchy. That's kind of weird. And then I can scoop this up, and it'll just purify the water instantly. So I don't need to worry too much about that. We'll drop these things off, get some acorn stuff for the stairs. Uh-oh. Oh, stink bug. This is just a regular one. Oh, is that a... That's... Oh, it's a fucking... Look, it's an orc. They're orc ants. Look. See? Oh, the little bastards. Ow. Orc fire ants. Trying to melt me. Now, I don't think I can actually get through this, but if I can, right, there's... On the other side of these rocks, there is... a wolf spider. Hibernating under this rock here. Well, he's just hibernating. I think he's just fucking asleep. I think hibernating might be a bit of a stretch. But he's not there. He's not there. He's just meandering about somewhere. It used to make me super nervous whenever I'd find that he wasn't in there. Like, I was worried I was going to turn around and he'd be right behind me, but now I'm tough. Just as scared, but a little bit tougher. Boing. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. Put that away. Right, stuff that we've got to leave behind is all the bug stuff. Which I thought I'd collected more than that. Oh, spider venom is there, right. Let's get rid of these bits of... There we go. Quartzite shards. Plating. There you go, sturdy whetstone. Nice, wait a second now. I bet I can make these now. I can make 3 of them. I need those to make... What am I making? Oh, the wizard's staff. To make the sour one, I think, requires those. Yep, and pond moss. So 5 sour globs and some pond moss. And can I make, while I'm at it, some more of those from something else? From spider fangs, yes, I can make 2 from spider fangs, which means I can make the other 2 that I need. There we go. Now we'll leave that doing its thing while we go and continue this build. Before all the time in the universe runs out. Let's take a bunch of these, because I'm just never going to remember what I actually need and what I don't. Jesus, I'm carrying so much crap. I'll get rid of that spider venom. Let's take some rope. And we're going to need a shitload of silk rope anyway. Add that to that pile. Don't need that for that way. Plant bits. Must have accidentally picked that up. I think we can put that. There's plenty of sprigs over there if I need them. Let's take more rope. More rope. Let's put the whetstone in there now. 3 slots. Get rid of the venom. Spider venom. Some of those peblets. Okay. Thor's pendant. I'm not going to use, probably. That feckin' wizard's hat. I never use that. I don't know what I'm carrying it around for. I never use the damn thing. Just put it in the box. There, it's done now. Let's go. Back to the rock. Back to the dock and the flock on the rock. Sorry, I have small children, so I quite have children's stories going around in my head. So yeah, there will be more story content on the channel. I know I keep saying that, but the reason I'm trying to make it happen at some point is simply because the thing that's stopping it from happening is not anything but me pontificating, if you like. I'm kind of, you know, I don't really like the idea of pouring lots and lots of time into something that I know that hardly anybody's going to watch. But at the same time, I know that it's the kind of thing I am going to be proud of having made.
Yeah.
So it's just the what's making me sort of I'm procrastinating. Let's just, you know, let's put it as simply as we can. What's putting me off doing it is this kind of... Oh, shit.
That roly-poly's a lonely rolling bug.
Where'd he go? He must have run up a plant somewhere, that little bastard. He's disappeared now. Oh, there he is. I see that one. Where'd he fucking... Oh, come on!
I wonder if I could keep that aphid as a pet.
He is on that stalk. Not that one. No, he's not.
Nice and clean.
No, can't get him down. The plant's too thick around there. Another roly-poly. That's the sickly roly-poly. I don't really know what the relevance is of the roly-poly being sick, but he is. So, that's that. Now you know. Yeah, one of the reasons that I'm know that it's going to happen at some point is because, like, the amount of stuff that I've already made for these things that you guys sort of can't see. If you see what I mean. Like, the finished product is not there, but I've made lots of bits for it. Like Charles, for example. I don't think it's the one we're going to use, but Charles from the Among Trees videos, like, he has now, I was listening to it the other night as well, and it kind of makes me well up a bit with tears. Charles has a theme tune, so, like, the Amki wrote. So, you know, there's stuff that oh, there's a weevil. Shit. See, my lunch always goes by when I got my hands full. So, yeah, stuff, you know, I go so overboard with making things sometimes that I really should make a stem palette. Because otherwise, it's going to take me forever to get that up there. Stem palette, dry grass chunks and 4 sprigs. There we go. Put that there. Pebble it. Dry grass chunks. Is there any dry grass around here? Yes, there is some. There's some. And we can bring back some of those weed stems while we're at it. Smoosh. Smoosh. Doosh. Smoosh. Sprigs was another thing. Sprigs. I've got to go over there for the sprigs. See any sprigs? Anybody? See any sprigs? Sprigs. There's some sprigs, look. A whole clump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Lunch. Lunch! Come back! Come back here, lunch. There you go. Now we just eat that. Since I've already cooked it with my spicy sword. Another one of those in case I miscounted, which I probably did, let's be honest. And then we're going to make that stem palette, and then I can fill that up and take the entire thing up the hill. Of course, now there's feckin' lunch everywhere, look. Alright, let's put that there. Put that away. I have a trinket in one of the drawers back at the castle there that allows me to carry an absolute shitload of stuff. And if I also put on the red ant armor and the trinket, I could probably carry about 30 of these stem pallets at one go. But I just can't be bothered. with all the faffing. You see what I mean? Now, one of the good things about carrying all this stuff on a stem pallet is that you can, in this game, once you've filled up the pallet, which we're nowhere near done yet. Not that. She's a really thick one of these. Sometimes you go to these really thick ones and you get like four weed stems out of it, right? And then you'll go to one of the skinny ones, and when you chop it down, it just splinters into about 30 little pieces. There's the stem pallet. Gator, how you doing, buddy? You're lucky, actually. Like, if it was any other game, usually, if it was a regular stream, I would have logged off by now. But since I haven't done what I set out to achieve yet, I'm going to stay on till I have. But have a norm. Have a norm. Just because, you know, sometimes you need a norm. Right, so one of the things you can do in this, right, so that stem pallet's full, right, it won't accept anything else. So it's full up. And I'm carrying as much as I can. But you can pick that up as well as carrying the weed stems. So you can actually carry... So if you've got, like... So let's say you've got this intern badge, which is one of the trinkets that I picked up, that I have back in one of the drawers back there. So if you pick up, like, the intern badge, and you've got, like, the red ant armor on, or, like, there's a hat, like a fluffy pupa hat, and if you're also drunk, like a workers' comp smoothie that you can make in this, I'd probably be able to carry about 40 or 50 weed stems. Like, it's insane if you, like, stack these effects, but quite often when I'm building stuff in this, it's not worthwhile. Like, it's not worth spending the time. Right, so now we've got that floor, and this is where I'm going to make, this floor here is where I'm going to make well, I say that, but look, I'm gonna have to. If I continue this out there, which make sure they're all going. There you go. Now it's made a nice landing area. Look, so I need what, 6 more weed stems? Let's go and get 6 more weed stems. Oh, ow! Let's take the pallet. I'm glad catching you staying on always depressed me when I got on late and you finished streaming. Yeah, normally I finish at midnight, and which is like 3 minutes ago would have been the end of the stream. But when I really get into when it's a game I've really sort of get into, like this, like Grounded is, I end up quite often staying on, especially when I set out to accomplish something and I've gotten so sidetracked for the last 3 hours that I haven't actually done what I set out to. Oh, look at this. There we go. Yeah, so especially when I do something like that, I end up staying on for quite a while, but all I want to do is complete this zip line up to the wheelbarrow. When I've done that, I'll have done what I set out to. And I can call it a day and get... Now, it's gone midnight. I wonder if my wife is still awake and is going to spend all day tomorrow going, I shouldn't have gone to bed so late. Or I wonder if she has actually tried to come in and say goodnight, and I've been so busy talking to you guys that I haven't noticed. But yes, Gator, it is always good to see you. So, you know, staying on the stream longer than I intended has those benefits. But yeah, normally that's what time I finish. Where did I put the thing? There it is. I am streaming again on Thursday this week, so I'm streaming twice this week. I'm streaming again on Thursday because I'm going to be playing... This is how these games go. Just got to finish this bit. Next thing you know, it's 5 AM. I know. I know. It's always the way it goes when I'm doing these things. Right, so now I can... Since I've got the rest of the stuff... That's weird. No! Okay, that is weird. Right, I'm going to have to... Wait, I'm going to have to take this floor off and just quickly... I mean, I've got all the resources, so it's not going to take very long. It's not something that's going to sidetrack me for another hour, but I've put the floor like half a thing over, so it doesn't quite fit. I've put it in the wrong place, look. Yeah, I've set the floor out wrong. Should have been there, look. There we go, look, see? That's like half a stem floor over now. That's really stupid. Shit. I didn't notice I'd done that. Idiot. Idiot. Okay, well, we can... If I move that, what's going to happen there? Oh, yeah, no, see, that's the right width. It's okay. I can just... No! Oh. I do that all the time. Pressing B when I actually want to press X is something I'm guilty of in this game quite a lot. See, I almost press B to get out of the build, then X. There we go. Quickly, that's what everyone says. I know. I know. I know. But what I meant is it's not going to take me another half hour to do. It's just because all the pieces are here. Right, so I can build that corner piece there. There we go. Pick up all the rope, most of which will have glitched into the floor, so it's a good job I brought a load. Right, there. So we want to be on this bit and demolish that, which if I'm not careful is going to make that front bit disappear. So I have to build this one thing at a time. But if I do that... Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to build an extra wide platform out there, because if otherwise, I'm only going to get a single run, which is no good. I don't want that. I don't know if you know what I mean. See? Now, if I built that into the middle and only built one where it extends beyond the curved wall, I would have had one platform there for the zipline, which I don't like, because sometimes the ziplines get a bit glitchy and they can kind of knock you off as you come in to land, and then you fall. This one's not too bad. Oops. No, I don't want to do that. I want to build out on that side like that one. Yep, that's cool. Like that. There we go, yeah. We make an extra wide landing area. No. So yeah, they've fallen down there. I hate that. Fortunately, I've got an entire pallet load of them. Never mind. Right, there we go. So that's going to be our landing area. I have to go and pick up some more of these weed stems now. Oh, and demolish that one there. There we go. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Oh, shit. Right. And then move that across. That's because I was concentrating on where that fecking stairway went when I started building this earlier, you remember? And another one there. That should be all I need for the roof. And then I need some weed stems for the actual tie line. So you get all the resources back on a demolition of object. You do now, yes. If you demolish it yourself, like, so if you choose the recycle option, like if I hovered over that and I held down recycle, you get all the resources back on a recycled object. If you get like a faction raid, and if some insects or whatever come to raid your building and they demolish it, you don't get all the resources back when it's been demolished, but you do get them all back now when you reclaim it, like when you recycle it. Oh dear, frame rates have dropped to about 5 per second. I think that's because I demolished something that was chasing little objects down there. So I don't like this overhanging thing, but if I stopped to build all that up, we would have been here till Christmas. Right, let's take this stem pallet down for one last run into the bottom to pick up a load more weed stems so I can build the rails and the actual zip tie anchor. Zip line anchor, not zip tie. Zip line. Not a zip tie. Oh, I say that. No,
I
I have to,
spy.
no, just pick up the thing and go over there, I guess. This way? The more of these this way? Oh, there's some. There's some. Jesus, can you get all those lava under the earth? Like, it's really irritating.
Boil it.
So yeah, you didn't used to get all your resources back from demolishing items in this game, but you do now. As long as you can catch them and they don't fall down a hill or glitch into whatever it is that you've built next to it, which happens. Let's try that. Just so that we can maximize the... Oh, we can maximize the... Jesus. You see what I mean? That was a skinny little one, look. And you got about 40 out of the damn thing. It just fell apart. And then sometimes you demolish the ones that look massive and you get 4 planks out of it. Look, I can't carry all of those now. Seems like a waste, but whatever. I don't need this many anyway, so... Okay. Let's get away from the noisy lava. Let's go back up there. Let's sleep so that we can see what we're doing in the morning. Whee. Oops. Put it outside. Outside with you. Right, now then put some railings, I guess, or I can just put the zip line. Right, hang on. I'm going to need to build up these half walls. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Let's put this at here, because it'll make me feel better. I don't need to, but it'll make me feel better about the structure if I put these little support scaffolds in. Oh, no, that one won't, because it goes around the corner. Oh, that's irritating. I'm going to fall off now, aren't I? Look, I'm not going to be able to reach it. Ooh, close. Well, I feel a little bit better. Not super much, but there you go. Let's lob that down there. And then we'll sleep, because I don't want to... I can't really get a good line on where the wheelbarrow is in the dark. There we go. There we go. Then I need to take all the stuff up to the top of the wheelbarrow to finish the thing, connect the zip line, and I should be able to fly straight across it. So, let's go upstairs. See if we can get a bead on where the wheelbarrow is, which is like there. So, it needs to line up roughly about here. Let me just, it'd be quicker to just select it from this menu. He says, there it is. I could put the walls up on the side and just build a wall anchor, I guess, but what the hell? Go big or go home, innit? So now, what fucking zip line is... Oh, that's the one on the wall by the... Okay. No. I don't know if I'll even find the one on the... Oh, it does. Yeah, it can find it. Okay. So... connect it with there. So we need 84 plus 1 that I'm going to need to build it. So I'm going to need 1 to complete the build, plus the clay, and what else did it not have? I had all the weed stems. So I want the 1 for the rope and a 4 clay. So I need 4 clay to take over there. Don't need to take any weed stems. So 1 silk rope plus 84. So 80. I need to go back by the house and get 85 silk rope. That's a lot of rope. I'm building these half walls because I'm already here now, so might as well make it look pretty. Just finish those off. And 1 on the other side. stop me flying off when I come in for a landing there. There we go. And since I've got plenty of mushroom bricks on me anyway, might as well build it around. Is that a... yeah, okay. And then the halves, which are there. Another one. There we go. Finish that off. And I don't think I've got the stuff on me to build the light, but I'm going to need one when I inevitably come flying over here in the dark, so let's at least put the blueprint of it on the wall. Of each one of those. I don't think I've got the stuff to build them anyway. I haven't got any of it. No, I've got sap. I've got one dry grass junk, one sprig. There we go. I've got... oh, for fuck's sake! Again with that, really? What a dipshit. Right. Don't need to go back out of that. That's not the blueprint thing. So now, we'll go back by way of the castle. Try to pick some breakfast up on the way. Where's the sandbox in relation... oh no, I couldn't get up there anyway. I wouldn't be able to get up there. This is a thing that I built originally, very early game, to kind of get up there to that chewing gum chunk.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Okay. Oh, there's my breakfast. Hello, breakfast. Goodbye, breakfast. We hardly knew you.
Just pretend it's beef jerky.
But man, did you taste good. Actually, probably not. There's some more breakfast. Shit. Fucking don't you hate it when your breakfast runs up a tree. There we go. Aphid roast. So, Gator, I was explaining to these guys earlier, there's like, if you kill something, this sword that I've got here is infused with spicy, like it's like an element that you can infuse your swords with, like mint. That one's fresh. That one does fresh damage, so it's infused with the mint shards. And I've got, I think, I don't use it because there's almost nothing is weak to it that isn't weak to the other things. But there's a sour one as well. I need to drop that. Don't need that. There's a sour one as well. Or salty. So most of the stuff I've got, there's salty. Salt Morningstar is salty anyway, but you don't have to infuse that. It's part of the thing because it's made out of salt pieces. And then these are all sort of mighty infusions. Doop, doop. That symbol there, the purple one. But if you infuse it with a spicy element, when you kill an aphid or a weevil or, you know, whatever, with this weapon, it automatically cooks it. So you don't even have to build a campfire to cook it. You just go, that's it, cooked breakfast, sorted. See, look, that weevil that I just that aphid I just killed, it's just cooked. Already cooked, baby. Now we're going to the upper yard, where all the really nasty shit lives. And we're going up on top of the wheelbarrow. Is that wolf spider back in here yet? Nope. No, he's still pottering around out here somewhere. Maybe he was that one I killed about an hour ago. I just, like, I don't know how many in-game... I don't know how long it takes them to respawn. The Black Widow takes, like, 5 in-game days to respawn. I don't know about the wolf spiders, though. I know the Black Widow takes 5 in-game days to respawn because although there are several Black Widows on the map, there is only one that you can sort of reliably cheese by standing on that rock. I was showing these guys earlier. And because of that, it was the only one I could successfully kill with any regularity. And because it wasn't dropping what I needed to, I had to keep waiting for it to respawn, and then a massive pain in the ass. Right, so we need more rope. clay. So I need to keep hold of 4 clay pieces. And we need 85 rope. Let's restack those. Oh, nice. So it's like other games. I can't think of the names that if you use a fire weapon, it provides cooked meat. Minecraft is one. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so I don't need those mushroom bricks anymore, so I can put those back in there. I don't need that crude rope, but I'm going to take it with me anyway. I don't need 33 pieces of clay or the pebblets. I just take 4 pieces of clay, but I do need a shitload more silk rope. Unfortunately, I've got a shitload of silk rope. So let's just take 2 more stacks of that. And then we've got 70, we've got 94. 94 silk rope now. We need 84, so we're good. We're good with some to spare. Let's go, folks. Wait, get a dewdrop while we're about it. Okay. Oh, actually, the best way to get there... I know this is like kind of long-winded, but walking along the top is probably going to take me forever. So I'm going to go down. This seems like it takes longer, but trust me, walking past all that stuff at the top of the yard will take me forever. I'll keep running out of breath. So I'll go down here and then up with one of the other zip lines that I made. I mean, this zip line by itself is kind of crazy because it goes quite a seriously long way across the yard, but not all the way across the yard, which the one that I'm about to build will do. I think that's a fence at the back. It's a wooden fence. I could probably build up to one of the fence rails and make a landing spot there. But the problem with that is that, like, this one here isn't too bad. But sometimes if you build one of these zip lines on something that's too narrow, it's only just wide enough for the zip line, and the zip line will drop you off about here, right? And if you've gone down really, really steeply, you'll kind of run on a few steps before you can stop, like you would, you know, coming off a zip line at that speed, right? But if you don't, if you're going up, like to there, basically you get to here, to this line connecting those front legs, and then you just fall off. So if that's right on the edge of the wall, I spent ages building one up from the wall to the picnic table so that I didn't have to kill those 2 bees every single time I went up there. But when I built it, it went up at such an angle that it didn't matter where I put this. If I put it further back, if I put it close to the edge, it would drop me off and then I would just fall. But if I put it further back, right, so the edge of the thing is like that, and if I put it further back, necessarily, of course, the zip line would cut over the front of it, and then I would hit the edge and drop. So it took me fecking forever. You mean the aphid on the zip line there? That one. There. Now, I have only kept 1 pet in this game so I kept that gnat, which I punched in the face because it just sat outside my bedroom and drove me insane. So I just punched it, and because gnats are quite weak, I killed it and then buried it with that gravestone in that little graveyard there that I showed you. But to get an aphid, every one of these confers you with some sort of perks, some slight bonus, whatever pet you have, right? The aphid increases your sprint speed. Now, I've already got the Natural Explorer level 3, so I can move quite quickly. If you put then aphid slippers on top of that, I can move insanely fast. And if I then befriended an aphid and got the sprint benefit, they all stack. So theoretically, I should be able to move so fast I could almost run across the water if I got all of those things. But I'm finding it really almost impossible. To get a pet, you're supposed to just be able to give it 2 dishes of the things that it loves, the slurry, right? So for weevils, it's mushroom slurry. For the gnats, it's spoiled meat slurry. And for the aphids, it's plant slurry, right? So like green grass stuff. And I've done it many times, and it's first of all, it's really hard to get an aphid to come close enough to actually take this stuff. And you're supposed to get it to eat 2, and then it will become your pet, and you can pet it. It'll let you approach, and you can pet it. And it's never worked. I've managed to get aphids to do that about 4 times. I've spent so much time trying to get it to work, but I've managed to get aphids to take the 2 like 4 or 5 times, but then they just run off. So I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to work. I don't know what I'm missing. All right, see there? That's what I'm talking about, right? So that cuts so low down that when you go up, it drops me right at the edge of there. This is a pain in the ass. Okay, let's go over to the wheelbarrow and hope we don't run into that infected wolf spider. I mean, you know, you guys, most of you have seen me run across this area several times now. Oh, yeah, there he is. Let's not go that way. Let's go around. Jesus. Yikes. Evil bastard. So we will be running past several nasty things that want to kill me, but at least none of those is an infected wolf spider. That thing will try. Yep, and so will that. Okay, now I've got 2 of those horrible ladybugs on me. Roly-poly! What the fuck was that? Oh, it was a black ox beetle. Okay. Oh, shit! Green shield bug. Oh, Jesus Christ, this part of the map is deadly. Oh, I was actually trying to tell you guys earlier that was, particularly HJ, because HJ has, you know, I know HJ's played this and he's played against the regular stink bugs, right? For which will gas you. You have to wear a gas mask to fight them, right? But the stuff that the green shield bugs puther out, basically the farts that they make, are so toxic that they will slowly, if it takes too long for you to beat them, if it takes too long for you to kill them, the gas that they keep puthering out just eats into your gas mask and it will just chew through it. So even if you've got a full, like with full health gas mask, if it takes too long for you to kill the shield bug, basically it will just eat all the way through it and just destroy the gas mask. It's that bad, and it'll kill you in no time. It's pretty evil, which is why the arrows that you can make, because I've killed, I think, 3 of them. 2 of them... Oh, Jesus. Now what? Another fucking ladybug. 2 of them sit on top of the compost box, which is over there, actually near where Wendell is, where Wendell Tully sits. On top of that, see that compost box there, right? So there's the mower and the trash bags against the compost box. And on top of that compost box, there's 2 green shield bugs. Right? And you can kind of... You can get them... If you got some decent, like, venom arrows, you can usually kill them before they reach you, because they're so far away. Because that doesn't look it, of course, from this distance, but the top of that compost box, that green framed and wooden compost box there, the top of it is massive. It is so big that by the time the shield bugs reach you, basically they're just in the haze of the distance when you can hit them, and then they start stomping towards you. And if you keep firing and you have the quick reload thing on, you can just about do enough damage to them that when they get to you, they'll only require a couple of hits to finish them off. So I've killed a few of those, and the arrows that you can make from the gas, that their gas sacks, are so deadly that, like, it's one of the only things you can use that's really effective against the Black Widow. But then, of course, you've got to be somewhere that she isn't. There you go. Super build. Ta-da! Crazy zipline complete. Here we go. Ready? Watch this. I bet you anything that when I switch this on, it'll drop me at the edge of the brick. Watch. Oh no, it didn't. No, cool. over 1,000 centimeters all the way across the yard. I can actually relax and have a drink while we're doing this. You kind of have to cheese them. Yeah, the shield bugs, but either way, like, I have to cheese the Black Widows anyway, that I use their gas things to kill them. I've only used those gas arrows on one of them. And it was stuck in a, like, ooh, wait a minute, is that raw site? Oh no, that's the lab. It got kind of stuck in its own nest. The nest of that one is over by that red toolbox that you can see on the floor, right about there. Just above my character's head, there's a red toolbox, and underneath there's a Black Widow's nest. But it's not like the one on the rock. You can't really find anywhere to cheese it. It was just, you know. Wow, this is miles above those other zip lines. It's so high up. It's even above the one I built to the bird bath. That's a crazy zip line. He said, being terribly culturally insensitive. There we go. The flooded area. The gnome. I was listening to... Do any of you guys remember those Real American Heroes Budweiser ads? Real American Hero. You know, in the UK, there was like Real Men of Genius. They called it Real Men of Genius. Your in-flight entertainment today. Yeah. I wonder what they're going to serve. When's the meal going to be served? Here we come. Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't drop me off the edge. And boosh. Look at that. All the way from one side of the yard, almost to the other. I guess if I could have built this on the edge of that fence lap there, which mean I'd have had to build up there with clover, which I wasn't too bad. I built up to the wheelbarrow with clover, and that's like 3 times that height, so it's not the end of the world. But right, just before I log off, let's go see. I'll go show you the green shield bug bit, because that's where Wendell is as well. That's where Wendell's hanging out. I built Wendell a house up there because he was getting on my tits, following me around all the time, saying the same 3 things. Just like that. Yeah. Done. Oh, infected ladybird. So I don't know if you guys can remember those. Also correct. I'm watching on my Xbox and typing on the phone. Kind of, yeah, I know what you meant. It's cool. Yeah, so I don't know if you remember those the ads, the Budweiser ads, but I was listening to one of those earlier on, because I basically had to go to the doctor surgery with Amki, and our little girl had to go in for something. It was nothing serious. Fuck, why have I come this way like an idiot? I should have gone up the rake there and then across onto that. Never mind. Never mind. I actually could have just gone back up the zip line to a certain point and then dropped off. Couldn't I, really? Why didn't I do that? I don't know. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. I do just about remember them. They were like, they're hilarious, right? Well, I found when I was dicking about online at some point years ago, back in the days of like, I can't remember the service that I used, but it was like, you know, just after Napster. So we're talking a long time ago. And I basically found a file that had like, I was looking for something else, but I found a file that had, I think all of those that were ever made. And then we're not talking, there aren't, over here in the UK, I think they showed 3 or 4 different ones. But in the States, it was a massive, massive campaign that ran for years and years and years. And these, I think there are about 50 of these things. So I've got them, and they all come out. And me and the boy were in the car waiting for them to come out of surgery. And he said, "Can I have some music on, Daddy?" And he's like, so I said, yeah, we'll put. And the music, like, on my thing had just run so close to the end. We'd been listening to it for so long over the last few weeks that it had run to the end and onto these ads, which I'd forgotten were on there, and we were just sitting listening. And they were just, it was oh, piss off. the ingenious bits about those was like the backing track. The backing tracks and stuff that they were like, today we salute you, Mr. Garden Gnome Inventor, or Mr. Garden Gnome Creator, or something, whatever it is they call. And it's the backing tracks, the little bits in between that you got to listen to that used to crack me up. It's like, today we salute you, Mr. Fortune Cookie Filler-Upper. And the guys are like, Mr. Fortune Cookie Filler-Upper. He does all this kind of... Without you, how'd we know what was next in our lives? Like, and you know, this guy in the background, you can just hear him going, love is round the corner. I think too. But the garden, as a gardener one, I just thought about it when I flew past. Like, because nothing says welcome to our home like a dwarf in the hedges. Oh, man. Brilliant stuff. That's how I get my kicks. Oh, I am in the upper yard now. I always got complacent there. I was like, oh, look, a little ant. Yeah, it'll be a fire ant, that. And there'll probably be a wolf spider just kicking around this corner. And then, oh, look, ladybird larvae, which are not a big threat, but then they tend to come in gangs. Oh, shit. And then I do that. Now what is it? Fire ant. There's one where he goes on about, oh, look, oh, that's... Oh, fucking orc fire ants. This rock here, that leads into another Black Widow nest. So which is why I haven't blown it up yet, because I know what's in there. Oh, a regular fire ant, but I stepped on him, so... Probably a bit pissed about that. I think I would be, to be honest. Yeah, there's one where he's going on about Swiss Army knife and stuff like that. What will you do without our magnifying glass and our stapler remover and our hasp and stuff like that? And the little guy in the back going, what's a hasp? I love those ads, they're hilarious. So up here is the Java-Matic, right, which is an endgame thing, but it's a mixer defense. I finally finished Return of the King after I devoted the majority of my attention to you. That's the trilogy done in a day. Nice. Even the extended Fellowship is about 4.5 hours long, isn't it? Isn't that what you were watching? You said the extended version. So these, like, so Wendell, he is here somewhere. I don't know where. I couldn't find him the other day. I don't know whether he glitched into a wall somewhere or what he did, but like I built him this because he was down following me around and I didn't want him to leave him out in the open to fend for himself, poor little paranoid raisin, but so I built him this, which is near the Java-Matic, which is what he wants us to start. But I happen to know that this, HJ, do you remember doing that mixer defense with the ants? Right? And there was 4 of us defending it. There's me and you and Matt and Richard, right? And we're defending that mixer. Well, that... Oh,
that's interesting.
See? He's around here somewhere. I don't know where the bloody hell he's gone. Has he got stuck under this ramp or what? See what I mean? He's vanished, Wendell. He's fecked off somewhere. I don't know where he's gone. So yeah, I do that actually. I go all the way through the Lord of the Rings and then the Hobbit films, the full extended versions over the course of about 2 weeks, like every now and again. Well, that mixer that we did, that mixer defense, was the lowest level mixer defense in the game. From there, the creatures that attack, they get more intense and more intense. Like they get harder and harder levels of creatures as you go along. Then there are the super mixers, which were the bigger sort of cylindrical ones rather than the orbs. They're like the cylindrical. They look a little bit like those things that are attached to that cable down there. Look, the mixers, but standing upright. And they call those the super mixers, right? And they're really like waves upon waves of high level creatures. Well, this When you start this and you blow this up, I happen to know that that is the hardest super mixer defense event in the game, right? And it is so intense that I have seen guys... See my little mushroom building there? If I can find this video, I'll share it in the Discord. But there's a guy who built all his defenses for this super mixer defense, right? So that he wouldn't get touched at all the whole time. So he set up traps and all sorts, right? And basically, all this area that you can see here that's now covered in grass and wires, all of this here, this whole area below me, it was all one massive, massive labyrinth built of mushroom bricks, right? With walls really close together. No, we're not even talking wide. You know, it was a massive, massive labyrinth to lead creatures down, like, to this mixer defense. And even that, like, it took him ages to sort of win. It's insane. Like, the higher level mixer defense events are just crazy. So you can see I had to build up to this. Again, you can parkour up this ivy. But again, I'm not great at it, and I kept falling, and it just drove me fucking bananas. So you can just about see these... Have they not respawned? Wow. Okay, so there's 2 green shield bugs, and they usually stand about here. But apparently it takes them... I don't know if... Maybe they don't respawn, ever. Those ones. I don't know. Bet we could do it with 4 turrets. Yeah, and about 1 million pebblets. Well, if you can get the other 2 on board, we can try, but... We can try. We can even, like, do it on stream or something, but... At some point. Yeah, I defeated those green shield bugs that were up here ages ago, and they still haven't respawned, so maybe they just don't. Ooh, pulled my chute a bit too late there. So, down. Piss off. Oh, you can fuck right off, mate. Oh, wait. I want that against you, don't I? Die. Creepy crawlies. You don't know what a fall is if you've always got one ear to the ground. Look. So this particular Black Widow is in there. But actually, not near the entrance. This one's quite far back. You've got to go quite a way in. And I kept trying to defeat this damn thing. Like so many times. So many times. I tried to defeat this feckin' Black Widow that's over there. And every single time I tried, one of those hard case, you know, those black ladybugs with the red spots on, kept wandering into the cave. Oh, would it attack the Black Widow? No. But those things, unlike the red ladybugs, they aggro on sight, those black ones. And they are really tough. Like, when one of those nuts you, like, it'll take about 3/4 of your health off. Even at the level that I'm at with the armor that I've got, which is maxed out. It's the highest tier armor, and it's maxed. I've leveled it to the max. I can't level it anymore. And even with all that on, at full health, it'll take about 3/4 of your health off with one headbutt. And that's never mind the Black Widow, which, as you saw earlier on, bites you once, and it takes about 3/4... Well, actually more than it took about 4/5 of my health. I only just survived the poison, the venom, from one bite. Shame you can't harvest some of the steel from that wrench and make a real sword. Well, you can harvest this stuff, but all you can make out of this is a rust thing. Look, see, you can harvest the rust from these things. Anything that's rusty. Oh, well, I don't know where that went, but I've already got one of those. I've got a rusty spear somewhere. Yeah, there. Right, and it's quite vicious. But the problem is that the Widow is insanely fast. Like, just crazy fast. Oh, why am I doing this? Because I'm out of my fucking tiny mind. I'm not even at full health, look. I'm going in there, I'm not even at full health. Unless... Have I got a... Yep, there we go. Green machine. Right. But there'll be widowlings in there with it as well. There she is. Now, you see? She's stuck, I think. I bet she gets unstuck as soon as she sees me. Oh, shit! Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, did she ever? Ow! Ow! Fuck's sake. Ugh. And sometimes she does like a... Oh, shit. Now I'm getting eaten by widowlings, you see? So they're injecting me with venom, and I can't turn around to get them, otherwise she'll just munch me in one single bite. Oh, fucking bastards. Ow, ow, ow. Piss off. Yeah, fuck this, fuck this. Fuck this place. Run. Oh, man. Oh, you bitches can fuck right off. Piss off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I'm going back to my castle. I'm gonna close the doors and go to sleep. If I make it back to the castle, which I'm not forced to from this position. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. I'm over by the stump now. I don't want to be here either. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. What am I doing? It's bad, guys. It's bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Shit me up. Thought you were something dangerous. Oh, God. Is that a wolf spider? Yep, that's a wolf spider. Yep. Which for some reason I stopped and turned around to have a look at. And that is ladybird larva by the sounds of it. Yeah, like everything up here wants you to die a horrible, painful death. Oh no. Oh, Jesus! Oh, I hate those things. That actually, I think, when I took a moment over my panic, was just a black ox beetle, but they are deadly. And the sound they make scares the crap out of me. Jesus Christ. The rust spear is not all that effective, no. But the thing is, almost nothing is. Even this weapon, which is my dangerous spidey weapon. This is what I use for spiders. But the Black Widow isn't really... She's not vulnerable to anything. So you've just got to keep... Oh. I don't want to go in there either. You've just got to keep wailing on her until she dies. But you... See, that's a super mixer. There, look. I don't know what attacks you at that one. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going the wrong fucking way. Yeah, I'm going away from the wall. I got turned around in there. Oh, man. Yeah, the rust spear is not all that effective, but it is actually one of the most effective weapons against the Black Widow. But even that just doesn't really do much. It's just... Look, army guys. Okay, we're getting closer to the wall. We're good. We're getting close. Where are you, wall? I need the safety of the wall. Oh, fuck, I got turned around again, no? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Why am I running around here in the dark? Where is the fucking wall? There it is. There's the wall. I see the wall. Okay. I'm gonna... Because I need something from here, I'm going to wrap the stream up in a moment but I'm going to wrap it up. Where's the pond hatch is there. Okay. Are we there? No? There. There we go. Oh, shit. Nearly fell. To quote Butch and Sundance, he says, just quickly checking to see if he's got a dandelion tuft. Ooh, shit! Oh, we didn't hit the water either. That was boring. Down we go to the pond lab entrance. I hope I can find this before Trudy eats me. Oh, shit. There's the lab entrance. Down we go. Into the pond lab. I have to drop out and get some sleep as I have work tomorrow. Excellent stream as always, buddy. Good night, HJ. Oh, there we go. We're in the pond lab. I should pick up some mussel sprouts while I'm here. Since they've all respawned now. This is the pond hatch, the pond dome. We can see Trudy and all the little lovely terrifying things swimming past. I don't know what he's got that music on for. It's fucking dreadful. One of Tully's labs. Let's go back into the bed that's here. When I can remember how to get to it. Which is not that way. Is it this way? Yeah, there we go. Oh, make it 7:33. Wow. What did I come here for? I can't remember. According to Google, bombs and explosive arrows are the best way to kill the Black Widows unless they patched it out. I've tried the explosive arrows and they didn't really seem... They did make a dent on her more so than like the regular arrows, obviously, but not sufficiently to make it worthwhile. The gas arrows are the best way to kill a Widow, but you... The problem is, like most of the Widows, you can't really cheese them because you have to get into their nest before you find them, because they don't, unlike the other spiders, they don't wander around. They stay in their lair, and even if you run out, you see that the Widow didn't follow me there. She followed me down to the end of the tunnel and then stayed, and then I ran off, as I knew she wouldn't follow me. If she had, I'd been in trouble because they're really fast, but they don't go very far outside their lair. So the only one that you can really safely cheese is the one up by Moldork, the castle playset that I showed you guys earlier. And the first time I tried that, she got up on the rock, which I'd never seen her do before, but that's only because I was in the wrong place when I shot the first arrow at her. Wait, let me go out by the pond hatch, because otherwise that's a hell of a swim to get out, and I don't think I've got my swim gear up. Oh, I have. I've got my swim gear. Look, I can put my little swimming hat on.
That should keep me safe.
Still, if we go out this way, it'll be quicker. Much quicker if we get out this way. Yeah, I have tried the explosive arrows, and they do make a dent, but the thing is, the explosive arrows are so hard to make in terms of finding the resources for them. They don't make a sufficiently large difference. That's the wrong way. Oh, there's Trudy. Shh. Oh, shit. We could be in serious trouble if she decides to come down here.
Taking a look.
Let me get my bearings. Oh, we are facing the wrong way. Oh, look. Some raw science there that I've never collected. Whee! Okay, there's Trudy. I should be able to make it to the other end before she knows I'm here, I think. If the spiders don't slow me down. The Diamond Bell spiders are quite easy to defeat especially at this level because I've got the Black Widow dagger, and like the problem is that they kind of move away each time you hit them, so, and because you're in the water, you can't do the fast slashing. So they only take like 3 hits of a level 3 dagger, but those 3 hits take a while to land. So, but it's not so much